Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. We had rather a rousing discussion about accents at the beginning in our pre-show. So if you want to come and hang out with us on Twitch in the pre-show, that is the way to do it. Is come over to twitch.tv/questsandchaos, and we usually start 10 to 15 minutes before the actual show starts. So come and hang out with us for pre-show and hear all of us do terrible accents, or good accents, as long as they aren't me, because I do terrible accents.
Well, according to Duke Fleek, apparently our pre-show podcast for the upcoming Chaos Agents is just a bout of Jensen disease between me and Thomas.
Well, in fact...
The accents just keep oscillating.
So for those of you who haven't downloaded the Prologue podcast, A, what's wrong with you?
Oops.
Oh, what's wrong with
I've
it?
already downloaded it. I just haven't listened
I
to
don't
it.
download things.
Okay.
And this is why we tried to do the pre-show, but finish. This is promo. It's fine.
It's promo. So it is Xavier Bishop, who is the spy master for the nation of Thorian, delivering updates to the Queen. And one of those updates is Jensen's disease is running rampant through the city.
After the Foxy regulars brought it into town?
Yes.
Cool. It's good to know that we're a plague vector.
Are we playing Warhammer? What is this?
I wonder sometimes. So let's try to blast through some announcements so that we can get into the actual show and see what's going to happen tonight. Also, welcome back, Laura. We are very glad to have you back. The scheduling stuff was a snafu, but we are delighted that we get to profit from some of it.
Yes, and I'm glad that you guys are still alive.
For now.
Not for lack of trying.
We'll see. Maybe Vlad is back this week.
I thought maybe you were playing a Kinku.
There you are.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, so running into the announcements. Before the stream started, we were at 88% of the tavern upkeep for the month. That is, I think, the closest that we've gotten since the pandemic started.
Nice.
We would very much like to hit that goal this month. We've got, a few weeks left? We've got a week left.
I've got a week.
We got a week left. Let's see if we can do it. If you join the QNC Patreon, you donate bits here on Twitch, or you watch on YouTube and leave your ad blocker off, then... That is all revenue that comes to us and helps boost us toward that 100%. Also, Twitch subscribers, and occasionally just like throwing money at the PayPal, apparently.
Yes. So thank you, Duke Lee, for donating specifically just to help us reach that tavern upkeep.
Which we deeply appreciate. Thank you.
Holy
very
cow.
much.
Duke Fleeg just earned a badge for giving 200,000 bits.
Woof.
So,
Wow.
like,
Over the course
What's the
of
course,
like 3 years.
yeah, but even so,
That's
that's a lot of
That's
money.
amazing.
Yeah. That's a
Get a
huge
life.
Yay.
But yes, if we hit 100% this month, we're going to be doing a D&D 5e book giveaway. And we're actually getting pretty close. I'd love to be able to give that away this month. That'd be really cool.
Also, we got a question if we get a third accent at 90%. No, 100%.
100% from nothing.
Not only that, we will figure out how to put a poll in the chat.
Do they get to pick the
You get to pick the accent.
nice.
As long as it isn't me that you're trying to get the accent
Please
from.
consider cultural appropriation when you pick accents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we will veto those, of course.
I only do European accents.
I was gonna say, we established last week that this is not Spock Thinny's normal voice, so...
No?
And it's
We
weird
got one
that
in the
Australia is
way.
considered European.
I only do Speedy Gonzalez as an accent, so
Did we not? What did we just say about cultural appropriation?
he's a cartoon character.
Look, we have since we've established that child is an accent. There are variants like tone and pitch that you can request too.
Well, then we have technically done a third accent when Wuya
North
Adult
American,
American.
North American male adult. Hello there. I'm Todd.
All right, moving forward, friends of the show. First, of course, is always Birds of Paradise, who is run by our very own Andrea of the Burbs. It is www.birdsofparadise.com. If you use our promo code chaotic, then at checkout you get 15% off, and she's adding more countries that she can do shipping to. So check on the website to see if your country is on there. If it isn't yet, put in the request, because she is taking requests for countries to ship her wonderful dice to. We roll a bunch of them here. Even when I annoy Andrea by calling them Seguro dice instead of Suaro, I do know how to pronounce it. I just don't want to.
Find a country she doesn't ship to.
Ooh, good luck.
Like, just start going through the list. It'll be a fun game. It's the new Wordle.
Just order lots of dice to different
Fine.
addresses.
American Samoa. It's on there.
Yeah. So yes, good. There, it is in the chat. Of course, it's in the chat. Why am I even bothering? You two are competing to see who
It's
gets
a contest now.
Wonderful. So next up on the list is our friends Nord Games, which is nordgamesllc.com/3.html. Good job, James.
A little dramatic.
I was predicting drinks.
Gotta pump it out there from them kids. Yeah.
and putting his hand all over my camera. But if you go to that link, that is our affiliate link with Nord Games. Nord Games creates third-party tabletop role-playing accessories. So they do books, they have cards, which are like the critical role, critical role, Jesus, I wish. The critical hit decks, and the critical miss.
We want to sell out. Somebody buy us.
We're very open to
Yeah.
it. Give us
Yeah.
your best offer.
Yeah. I will love D&D if somebody buys us.
Oh.
Somebody clip that.
Get at me, Wendy's.
No. But if you go to that affiliate link and then you use our code chaotic20 at checkout, you'll get 20% off. We get a bit of a kickback, and you get money off of a fantastic product with wonderful people. Everyone is winning. So, Birds of Paradise, Nord Games, check them out. They're fantastic people. They're fantastic friends of the show. I can't say the word partner because it has very specific connotations in this setting. And I'm moving forward. Right before the show, we got a new Patreon member, Cheesecake Fries. We are very glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining in on the Patreon and helping fund the chaos. So, Patreon members are able to award us cards from the Deck of Inspiration, which we are starting a Kickstarter for tomorrow.
Wow.
Tomorrow. We're going to be starting
Only
off
a
this
day away.
Kickstarter.
It's less than a day away. 12 hours, 48 minutes.
Very exciting.
I am so excited for misspelled Kickstarter updates. Can't wait.
Speaking of which, maybe I should send out the... Anyway.
I don't ask.
Are you going to start learning spelling now?
I'll be up tonight. I can proofread.
You know what? Nick gave me feedback. I implemented a lot of it, but...
That should help with the spelling.
I roll out of the socks.
Yep, having played an entire campaign and part of a campaign virtually, and I've seen his typing in the Zoom chat.
See, that's why I keep the monitor way over there. I can't see the Zoom chat. So I don't know.
I know. We talk about you in there.
I just don't look at it.
But anyway, Patreon members, one of the things they get to do is give us cards for the Deck of Inspiration. Cheesecake Fries was kind enough to give us 2 new ones. One of the, well, I'll let you guys read them. Here you are.
Really?
That was close, sorry.
Are we keeping these till February, or we're gonna just?
I think we
Fold
gotta
them in
burn
now.
these.
I guess
the
we
next
got to
2
use these the
weeks.
next 2
So,
weeks.
so at the break, maybe you do need to build a whole
We need to have a
library.
fight quick.
We haven't had an in-party fight yet. We don't need a map
It's
for that.
entirely possible that might happen tonight, but we'll see.
But we do have 2 new cards. I was handed Surgical Strike. You deal maximum damage on a single attack, melee, spell, or range. This is one
So
of
we
our
have
favorites.
2 of
Just
those
gonna
now.
Give those
Yeah,
to
just
Laura.
let's slide those over there. There's another.
Yeah,
Get
get to the road.
Dangerous oil. We can share that
We
one.
also got, and this one is kind of, I think, universally applicable. We got Change of Fate. You gain advantage on a skill, attack, or saving throw roll. By the way, I just want to point out, as much as I mock, really appropriately, Thomas's spelling, we use the Oxford comma consistently.
Excellent.
And that makes me happy.
I also do 3 spaces after every sentence.
I know
That
you
makes
do.
me less happy.
Sometimes 4.
Like 2 spaces I can
3
understand.
spaces?
2 spaces I
Thomas's
can understand.
carriage returning after every...
When I'm typing and I finish a sentence, I'm like, God damn it, I finished that sentence.
Might as well just hit tab. It counts for 5.
And you only do it once then. You're gonna give yourself
my
carpal tunnel
God.
syndrome.
So Change of Fate is new for us.
So yeah, you guys had, what, like 7 cards before we started? We had another Surgical Strike, we had Dangerous Oil,
We've got Lock Trap. We've got Boosted Regen.
Bonus time. owls whiz down.
Oh, good. The person who actually uses bonus actions is back.
We've been saving those
And
for
we've
you.
got a guiding light.
Guiding
So
light.
if we need to find something and can't agree on how to find it otherwise.
If only we had a Days of Our Lives.
What were you going to say, Thomas?
Nothing.
That
Let's
joke
get in-
landed with the over 30 crowd.
Let's get
I'm
in-
over 30.
That joke landed with the over 40 crowd.
No, I know that. No, growing up, I had to watch a lot of soap operas at my
No, I
grandparents'
actually
house.
have a friend who was on, I think it was Days of Our Lives. All the soap operas run together for me. David Gregory. I grew up with him in Fairbanks, and now he's in New York.
Tiana's doing TV
Name dropping.
talk.
Name
I worked,
dropping.
I worked with a guy who was obsessed. First off, we called him the Snake was his nickname.
You worked with Jake Roberts?
Yes. He was on a soap opera because he started writing like fan letters to soap opera people. Anyway, totally weird guy.
Yeah, well,
He drove his car like he was in a soap opera.
Oh, that's terrifying.
This as he's driving, I'm like,
Did he DDT you?
I don't. Anyway, it was
my God.
insane.
Oh,
It
goodness.
was insane.
Who says call me the snake?
No. We.
Oh, when he wasn't around. you called him.
You earned that nickname.
Did he sleep on rocks?
Let's see what nicknames we
yeah.
can earn.
So now that we have dealt with the cards, let's move on to the bits. Thank you all so much for getting these to us. We appreciate it very much. First of all, 500 bits from Tamago Tora for getting the party back together.
Yay!
It's disappeared into the abyss.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on the side of the table where it's harder.
Oh,
for
look, there's one that just.
That'll work. That's fun.
What
Find
just
it
rolled
later.
under there again?
Oh, there's another. Look at all these bits.
We've suddenly
raining.
come into some bits.
Hey, look, there's a bit behind you, too.
Hey, I don't work here in the studio.
It's
I'm
like
not
an
the one who
Easter
cleans
egg
the cup
hunt.
around here.
I haven't
boy.
been in studio for like.
It's been 3 days since
wait.
James
Oh.
dropped a bit.
I mean, he dropped most of his bits.
And that's what she said.
Yep.
Well, I mean, there is that futon.
All right, so you've got that one. Another 500 bits from Tamago Tora to the Sleep Storms.
I mean, that could technically go to him.
No. 500 bits from Pixel Rose for Wooya.
Oh.
And 2,000 bits from Omega Mercy 12 for Odilla being back.
Yay! Wow! That is generous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job. Excellent.
Would you actually eat cheesecake fries?
I'd try it.
I don't think
Yeah.
I would.
That's two of my favorite foods.
I would try
so,
it.
I mean,
It's worth a shot.
It sounds like something they would do on Mythical Kitchen, where they would just deep fry the cheesecake into
Yeah.
fry
Yeah.
form and then have you dip
I
it
feel
in
like if
there.
potatoes did get involved, I wouldn't.
yeah.
But if it is like fry shaped, like
You've
Burger
just been
King
kicked
chicken
out of
fries.
Ireland.
Well, you put cream cheese and mashed
Here's
potatoes
the
all
thing. I was
time.
already
Yeah,
in
that's
Ireland.
similar.
I didn't get kicked out. Okay.
Now you defamed potatoes.
I mean, if you guys
See,
don't
you're
want
back
the last
and
bit.
still-
Oh, we do.
oh no, we're gonna need it.
Fine.
500 bits from Duke Fleeg to buy earplugs to muffle the honk. There you go.
I would like to now point out that I have continued my streak of being the only person at the table who can't catch bits. You're welcome.
Let's try dice.
Oh, ow. That would suck.
Especially the Sawaras.
Yeah.
Overhand, really? In this small space?
Overhand in this economy?
It's the only way I know how to throw. Underhand is weird.
Yeah, because you did them sports, right?
Give me your lunch money, kid.
All right. Well, on that bombshell, join us as we explore Candlekeep. And welcome back, everyone. Hi, Laura. Good to have you back with us, Laura.
How funny would it be? It's like, she's gone already.
We've asked Laura to leave.
You know, James was awfully touchy about the whole like callbacks last time when we said
Auditions are over.
So he was a little touchy about that. That being the case, you know, I'm terribly sorry, Laura. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You have been voted off the island somehow.
We're going in a different direction. We don't want to follow the plot.
Sharp left turn.
Yeah,
I know you don't want to
Odilla's
follow
going
the plot.
solo. She gets her own show just by herself.
Odilla solves everything while we're over here talking about what we had for lunch.
Yeah, she's gonna turn into the
It's called Swords and Swords.
In the morning, she solves crimes, but at night, she solves crimes in the bedroom.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Does Sarai also carry swords? Is she a stabby or is she a casty?
I thought those were blunt weapons.
With her magical U-Haul van.
Oh, this would be a good spin-off series.
That's the prequel podcast for this, is 10 minutes of Odilla's actual plot. The stream is the
This
rest
week's
of us
episode,
just-
Odilla moves in again.
4 cats or 5 cats? That's what they
I mean, I already have 3, so you know.
And I have
Out of 10
starter
cats?
pack.
You know. So previously on Swords and Sages,
Boom.
our intrepid adventurers finished up their travel back from the chalet that they had found their way back into out of the Shadowfell. They took a while traveling back to Candlekeep, mostly because at the time we didn't think
Party barge.
We were stalling.
we weren't sure when we were going to get Laura back. We're glad to have her back. We've missed you.
Riverweed, it's great for inflammation.
I'm so glad we can skip the travel montages now that the party's back together.
After a brief stop in El Terrell, I can words, really. This bodes well for tonight. After a brief stop in El Terrell, where there was some salvaging that happened at the bottom of the river. With
Sexy
with
teenage boy.
Complete the sentence. Keep going with the sentence. Don't stop there.
That wasn't even us this time. Normally we started.
Dewey pulls a
Yeah,
what's her
we-
name? Phoebe Cates from
Yeah.
Fast Times. Dewey's getting out of the water, just like.
God. I did not get to this point in this game.
This was last week. Dewey used his cloak of the manta ray and only his short shorts and did some river diving.
And a cloak.
Ran through town dressed in also only that.
Oh, man. Wow. And that's all we need to know about. what
And
happened
somehow
last
we
week.
did not leave him behind in El Terrell, although it was suggested.
It was suggested, and they teased it as well, because they were able to talk Jocelyn into looking like she was starting to pull away from the dock a little as the gangplank was being raised, and Dewey was running flat out.
Oh my
You know,
God.
anytime the second sexy is added, it automatically becomes unsexy. When you describe something as sexy, it's like they cancel.
But at least this time he was actually wet instead of the last time.
Write
Boy.
it down, you know you want to.
Context is key for that one.
That's the point.
I mean, I did hear about Ray of Frost going off, so.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, you might actually get the spit take tonight. I'm not sure.
Again, I'm so mad that I didn't wait 2 more seconds before saying that.
Was that a triple entendre?
No, Alondra. They're
Oh,
all
yeah.
Anyway, also, Wuya bought some books. Sabachthani talked to somebody, but nobody knows who. We made it back to Candlekeep. It's dark, there's sleep storms, and we're about to start a fight.
And we're in the basement, and
That's
then
what you missed
Wuya.
last time on Swords and Sages.
And there's an angry Kinku.
Yes.
We don't talk
And an
about
angry
Kinku.
dad.
We don't talk about king.
Yes, there is a grumpy Kenku that's further down in the basement. A somewhat aloof older elf who is doing the restoration for the basement that you're all currently in, and a rather upset. Well, he will be very, very much more upset. Human
Currently
man.
asleep.
A human man who was annoyed and is going to be angry very soon. Uh-huh.
You know, you wake up from your nap, you're grumpy, you know.
So we ended last week with the Tabaxi, Cthulhu, looking down from the rail above and screaming, "He brought the sleep storms, get him out of here." And that was where we ended.
knowing that I didn't bring in the sleep storms and he's asleep and she's yelling that Wuya's just gonna keep going down to. Well, he didn't really get directions as to where the kangaroo is, but he's just gonna go deeper into the library at this point.
Son, I'm not sure casting sleep was the best idea there.
Oh, true. Also, he's gonna wake up in a minute, so he's gonna be very angry, so we should probably keep moving. I'm just gonna keep walking down. Finally, like, the brain, like, starting to catch up. It's like, oh, shit.
I think you get farther back down, and then you see a dagger.
Wait a minute. It's in a book, of course.
A book.
At which point I turn and I have magic ready, but then I see...
I leave you for what? How long has it been? 1 week at the most.
Miss Analdi, is that you?
How did she stab flowers in the attic?
Clearly, she's been practicing, unlike the rest of you.
Luckily, I didn't buy that in Alterel, or that would have actually gone inside me.
I leave you for however long it's been, and you're already causing trouble. Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty standard, I think.
Odila will walk up and retrieve her dagger.
Oh, it's not one of the ones that disappears?
No, this was one of her lucky ones.
Wow.
One of the emotional support ones. You know, you fucked up when that happened.
So it's okay, everybody. It's not like the angry storm that's outside that's caused by the bird. This was just a spell.
Cthulhu's up on the top level, right?
Yeah, and at this point, Varnir has come down and is joining her, looking over the balcony to try to figure out what in the hell is going on.
Just an inadvertent spell.
What happened exactly? Cthulhu, calm. Breathe for a moment, please.
Sabachthani will walk over to Cthulhu and sort of do just like the very full sweep, like shoulder, arm, like, and turn her around, like walk her away, because Sabachthani did not follow everybody else. She's still up top.
Yeah.
So.
You know how it is. Sometimes you react without thinking, and unfortunately, in this case, the reaction was to when that sleeping gentleman over there reached out to grab Wuya. Wuya, in self-defense, cast sleep, which, in the annals of the self-defense steps that Wuya could have taken, was, I would argue, a de-escalating step.
Well, it will be until he wakes up.
Fair point.
Well, then we'll just do it again.
No, I think
No,
I think
you
we're
will
not going to be cast in sleep anymore. Given I've explained how, given the current environment, casting sleep is perhaps not the best idea.
Yeah, sometimes you reach for sleep and you end up with shatter. It's just you never you forget. Sometimes you forget which side you put it on.
Well, they are very close to each other in the alphabet, at least.
Yes.
Right. Let's try to avoid the screaming and the upset. I know everyone is very tense right now. Let's just try to breathe and calm down a little bit.
I appreciate.
Can I ask a question outside game?
Yeah.
Please.
Because I don't remember, because sleep storms have been so
you
long
have
ago.
daggers.
How many of us actually knew about sleep storms being made up by these two?
That's a good question, actually.
I don't think anybody.
So we were just hearing rumors. We never
I don't
knew
think.
it was
I don't
from-
think there was. I mean, because the sleep battles happened. Did I get put to sleep once? No, it was only Gordo.
it was
yeah.
Gordo. We
So
were voicing
I don't
Gordo.
think we ever saw the sleep storms between the two of them.
I don't
So maybe we just heard like chatter, but we had no
But
idea.
we've seen them sleep each other before.
Yes.
Oh, that's a sentence.
But
In the Shadowfell,
We
when I was
never-
running.
But
we
that,
never would have
Well,
connected that with sleep storms.
Yeah, I don't think that seems to me a leap to be like they've cast sleep. They must have done it.
Yeah.
Which of course is just what that lady did. So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, but we have seen them try to put each other.
We know they cast sleep. Yes, they.
Well, it's I just mean I'm putting it specifically against each other, so not as opposed to against enemies.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially, we would not make the leap that
I agree.
these
Yeah.
sleep storms.
I mean,
are
make whatever leaps
caused.
you want.
I will say that Wuya told you guys. I think you told them that Iris said that it tasted like your magic, yours and Dewey's magic.
I don't think.
Okay,
he,
but Odila would not have been.
I don't
there
think
for
he
that.
mentioned that. I don't.
Yes.
I know he
Yeah.
said that to
He-
Dewey.
Oh, did he?
And
Okay.
he said it to Sabachthani because that's how Sabachthani made the connection last week about things that you imagine becoming real from the shadow.
Which is what she talked about with
Now, maybe it just is that it tastes like necromancy and whatever the hell, desperation, whatever the hell he does.
Transmutation.
And I know, I wasn't here, but I know from the catch-up that these sleep storms make people different when they wake up.
Yes.
Does the party, are there some examples that we listed?
You know that there was a human who supposedly woke up a halfling, but that's really all we've specifically gotten.
Yeah.
Over 3/4 ling.
There's been some things that have happened, but
Yeah.
Varnier didn't go into a lot of detail.
I want to say that Odila has probably been here slightly longer than them, so she probably experienced the sleep storms first. Would she have seen any more examples?
So it's been going on for about 5 days at this point.
Okay.
And you would have gotten here, what, two days ago maybe?
Yeah.
Sure, let's say 2 days. You would have, excuse me. There were people who woke up physically disfigured. There were people who woke up and had the strength of a kitten. Like there was one person who came in who was
Very specific. We've measured your strength. You are as strong as this cat.
It could knock things off the table, but couldn't put them back.
specifically kittens.
Yeah,
Kittens are significantly weaker than cats.
Yeah.
But someone, mechanically lost most of their strength stat.
Okay.
So it's causing
And-
changes on character sheets if you want to get mechanical.
If you were to classify your strength as an
And they've
animal,
all been negative things. No one's had enhanced powers. That
No one's woken up with enhanced abilities. One person did wake up with wings, butterfly wings. I had to bring that back in.
So, now that you actually mention it, I don't actually specialize in any school of magic. It's just
I've noticed.
It's book. Book is my specialty.
there should be
Put this on me.
there's an article, son. It's a book.
No,
The
but book. Book is the name of.
No, that you.
Your book is named Book.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you all have not changed much the time that we parted.
What we were gonna go and talk to the Kenku because the Kenku seemed like maybe a little irritable or maybe needs a nap or something.
And who better to talk to an irritable person?
And as you're talking about this, the human man starts to wake up. Ebder.
Ebder, that's a B.
Ebder.
Son, stand behind that bookshelf over there.
Oh yeah, I'll. Oh wait,
I'm gone.
Yeah, he starts to wake up and he does that groggy thing first where it's I'm not quite sure where I am, and then he just panics and starts patting himself all over his body to try and figure out what happened.
You're fine. You're fine. It was not a sleep storm. You're fine. They can't get you in here.
What happened?
So my compatriot, who appears outwardly to be an 8-year-old boy, is in fact a much older man than that, and did not take kindly to your laying of hands on him, and might have cast sleep on you, sir. Which he now realizes was not, perhaps, the best course of action given the current environment.
So you're telling me that an old man who should know better came into my home, tried to go down and talk to the Kenku who's going to wake up my daughter shrieking, and then put me to sleep. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, from that perspective, sure. But again, he did it in what he termed self-defense when you put your hands on him.
You're going to blame me for you walking into my home, trying to wake up my daughter? Would you like to try that sentence again, sir?
No, I think I've done quite enough.
Entirely probable.
I think we should just start over here.
And Varnier comes down and puts a hand on his shoulder. All right, I understand. Let's all try to approach this as the adults that we may or may not be at the moment.
She's talking about you.
I don't know why you told him that. I'm an 8-year-old boy. It's entirely much more easier thing to swing around than an old man in a young boy's body.
Nope.
One of us is a shyster and one of us isn't, son.
And
Wait. Are you sure?
And Varnir, you're going to let this boy stay in here. Well, it is entirely too dangerous to send him out there. Young man, you can come out of the shadows. I can see you just fine. I understand that the situation is not quite what it appeared to be, and we all are on edge and reacted, possibly poorly. Would you be willing to apologize to him so that we can try to calm this down?
At which point, just brings the rest of his body past the bookshelf and just walks on over. Do I actually know his name yet, or no?
Yes, she said Ebder is
Ebder,
downstairs.
yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Ebder and whatever the kid's name is.
Gilby.
Gilby. Mr. Ebder, I am very sorry for using a spell that in this current environment could be seen as a very poor decision.
He takes a moment and brushes himself down. All right. Yes, I'm sorry. I reacted. Galby hasn't been sleeping well lately. I finally got her to sleep. And Crinkle makes these horrible noises when people bother her. And my kid is not sleeping. So I'm sorry that I reacted that way. Can you understand why I did?
Oh yes, no, and I am sorry for my rash use of spells. We have all been a little on edge, so I accept your apology, and I hope you accept mine.
I do. Let's try this again. Hi, I'm Ebder. My kid is downstairs asleep at the moment. And you've met everyone else up here that you didn't come with. So, hello. And you feel the tension in the room starting to dissipate a little bit. Everyone's still on edge because of what's happening outside, but the actual tension between the people are starting to subside a little bit.
Well, now that the afternoon special's over with, should we huddle and attempt to figure out what's happening with these sleep storms, or do something useful for this place that's been our home?
I think I just want to go to bed. It's been a rough day, and the yelling and everything. I think I just want to go to sleep.
You do look as though all of you have been traveling for quite some time, and it's walking into this oppressive environment doesn't help the spirits or the wakefulness.
Yeah, Dilla, sometimes just getting the rest you need is how you help others.
Do you need him to cast sleep on you in order
No,
to
but I could cast inflict wounds on him if you wanted.
I would put you to sleep before you got close.
No.
Every single one of you hears in your head, in quick succession, you all need to stop fucking around right now. You don't see Sabathani. She's still somewhere upstairs, but you hear her.
So
Miss, moreover, you can just yell over the railing.
Son.
Okay.
There's
So
a sleeping
since
child.
Odila has been here 2 days, she will have already had a place to rest.
Yeah.
Would she know if there's open beds near where she's resting anyways?
Why is he if his child is not sleeping well, why is he having her sleep down by the shrieking bird person?
Well, unfortunately, there are not many sleeping spaces in here. We're still in the process of restoration, and I'm not letting my daughter sleep in a pile of rubbish, which is some of the other options.
Okay.
And yes, there are some rooms downstairs that you are aware of. People are going to have to double up. But you are aware of rooms that are empty downstairs.
Okay.
There's one that has been claimed by Varnir has one up here because she's been working on the restoration effort for several months. Crinkle has one downstairs. Galeby and Ebder share one, and then there's 2 or 3 other rooms. There are 3 other rooms downstairs that are empty.
Miss Inaldi, have you explored downstairs at all? Is there perhaps some connection to the keep proper that could be found in the tunnel system?
I only arrived 2 days ago, and it's taken me some time to just escape whatever was going upstairs. I came across some unfortunate individuals who've been fell victims. So I've just been trying to get settled in. Maybe we should get you all there. I know there's some empty rooms downstairs. So why don't we just get you all the rest we need, and we can figure out where we go from there.
Yeah. And let's talk upstairs,
Upstairs?
away from the shrieking bird person.
Well, the rooms are downstairs.
So the sleeping quarters are downstairs. You are on the second floor, and then the top floor is where
We'll get situated, and then we'll go back upstairs so that we don't wake up this gentleman's daughter.
Okay.
All right. So you do lead the way downstairs, Odella, and as you're getting to the bottom of the stairs, you like instinctively are starting to go a lot quieter, like kind of walking on the balls of your feet, because you have encountered Crinkle. She generally tries to be left alone with her shinies and her baubles. But if people approach her and start talking to her, she gets agitated. Mm-hmm. And then after she gets agitated and people keep talking to her, she starts screaming.
Yep.
I think you found this out once. And we're like, nope, we're not doing this again.
Yep.
Adilla's like daggers.
Ears are still ringing a little.
Kenku can shriek like no other being.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ebder. What does Crinkle do?
She takes care of the fireflies. She's been the caretaker and the custodian of this place for 20 years.
Oh, okay. So she serves a purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you ask it like that?
What?
How long have you lived here? You did not know about this kid.
I didn't know this whole place was here.
Wow.
Yeah, Edgar, I live in... No,
So you
never
serve
mind.
a purpose?
I do. I carry...
Okay, you all seem so adamant about getting rest. How about we get you all some rest?
So you do guide them downstairs, and you show them there's the room that you've been in that has another empty bed in it. There is a room next to yours with one large bed, and then the room adjacent to that one. So it's like 3 rooms in a row. Mm-hmm. 2 beds, 1 bed, 2 beds.
Well, how convenient. The moreovers, I think this room is for you. And wizarding buddies, you all get
Wizarding
this.
buddies.
I don't know. I don't want to share a bed with
to the
him.
bed with 2 rooms for the moreovers.
No, this last room has 2 beds. Lucky for you 2, and I guess I'll just stay alone in my own room here.
She slides the beds together.
And Cthulhu will be shifting into that room with you as well.
Which one? Which one?
She is the Tabaxi.
Okay.
And as everyone pointed out, her name does sound like Cthulhu. I did not make this NPC name up.
And now you'll never
it's-
remember what her real name is.
Cthulhu.
Well, once we're all situated, like, we can meet back upstairs.
Wait, sorry. Out of game. Do you guys need a long rest? Is that why we were asking about
No,
rest?
I'm good. Technically.
No, I think we're...
They
yeah.
haven't really done anything.
Statistically,
You've
I'm
been here
good.
for a couple of days.
We haven't done
Okay.
anything for like 2 episodes, so...
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, to be fair, you were fighting through most of those episodes.
And then we had 4 days on a boat to nap. So
I mean,
we're fine.
you know, when Adilla's not around, that's the fun we have. Then Adilla shows up, and it's like, plot, damn it!
So
Pretty much.
we can either plot now, or we can plot in the morning.
Do you want to sleep? I mean, are you...
It doesn't... I mean, I don't know. Are we going to go kill a king tonight? Or are we going to
No,
do that
why?
in the
We're not
morning?
going to kill
No,
him.
why?
Obviously, the Kenku is what's causing all of this.
Why would the Kenku be the
Okay.
one causing all of this?
Odilla is gonna knock upstairs 15 minutes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How?
Odilla gets upstairs.
Where did
Sabathani
you
is
go?
sitting at the table with her feet on the table and just kicks a glass of ale towards you.
Well, at least there's ale down here.
No, I can't get any mint juleps.
How'd you go
What happened
from...
to Tidwell? Sorry.
You can't get into Club Scepter. It's locked off. The entire keep is locked off. That's why I want to find a passage back into the keep.
Locked off any sort of interplanar travel or any sort of even internal travel because the dangers of the warp in the weave are too great.
That means I only have 4 changes of clothes.
Okay, can we rewind just a little bit on how Dewey just really wanted to murder a bird
Yeah,
person?
I'm confused about that as well.
I'm confused that you guys aren't fully on board with this.
We were gonna talk.
I thought that it was...
I was legitimately wanting to talk with the bird. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm here to talk and kill you.
So,
No, it was just to talk.
what are the dots you connected that make you think that this bird has caused the sleep storms?
Everybody... It's just the way that she's described by everybody up here really is like, you know what? That's just a one-to-one connection between her attitude and what's happening outside.
She's been apparently a very
Bad bird?
not
But
bad
20 years she has behaved this way.
Very.
Don't think
Has
she's
she-
being certain factors.
Has she always been this irritable?
You have not met Crinkle
Yeah.
because you have never come down here and she doesn't go out. So you don't know, but you could ask people who have known her.
Dewey, is this not perhaps some jealousy of learning of another long-term resident?
Who lives in a very spacious, well-appointed library?
Dewey, did you ever ask the readers or avowed of Candlekeep if you could have better quarters during your tenure here?
No. Do
You were an 8-year-old child who was accidentally abandoned when his parents vanished. I don't think they would have denied you an actual bed or a shower.
You know,
And I say that as someone who does not have a good relationship with any of her family members, and even they made sure I was bathed.
when you put it that way, I think we better just kill everybody here.
Well,
What happened while I was gone? Dewey, did you get caught in one of these sleep storms? You do seem awfully different.
I mean,
Ooh, alignment shift.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
Did you all have eyes on Dewey this whole time?
Yeah.
No.
regrettably.
So, okay. So maybe
Yeah, let's dial that back.
a trip to the Shadowfell and fighting monsters there might have skewed my perspective a little bit. Let's
Skewed your perspective from I just need to make a couple bronze per day to live to let's fucking murder things.
Says the person who just nearly got us all thrown out of here.
I mean,
do
we
want to
cast
point out.
sleep.
That was sleep, okay, and that has been in the repertoire since the beginning.
Yeah, I think it is legitimate that of the responses he could have made to someone laying hands on him, sleep was maybe not situationally the best choice,
I could
but
have
it was
pierced
the
his
least
brain.
aggressive.
I could have had a spectral
You could have
hand
listened
shake
to what the
him.
poor man had to say.
I
I mean, in
could have
fairness, the man
shocked
was
him.
pretty annoying.
What else? I could have put him to sleep. I could have
No,
blinded
the problem
him.
with parents.
I could have sucked
You're
the
going
life
to
out
talk
of
to
him
me about the problem with parents, Lester.
and heal him.
keep it down. Okay,
I could have teleported him 90 feet away.
I'm gonna murder you guys.
Yeah, Odila at this
I
point
guess.
is taking her dagger and just sticking it down on the table, just to bring everyone's attention. She will look around to see if anybody's in earshot of where we are. Is anybody else in the room?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, yay, actually a roll.
And honestly, that's all I really could have done with him because my spell capabilities at this moment are
would
not
be-
vast.
21.
Okay. As you're looking around, you see the Tabaxi woman darting back behind a bookshelf, very clearly listening to all of you. She's not very
much-
good at hiding.
Do I know about like how well hearing is with the tabaxi?
From your encounters with them, they have cat-like hearing.
As someone who is not familiar with cat-like hearing.
Get out.
No, but like if I lowered my voice, would that be enough, or is there?
If you lowered your voice, you think that maybe she would have to get closer in order to hear, and then you wouldn't be the only one to spot her.
Okay.
So
So then Odila will kind of lean in as a hint to like everyone and lower her voice. Listen, there's obviously something going on upstairs. I think if anyone is equipped to discover what is happening, it is us, having solved a number of mysteries happening in Candlekeep. I think our passageway is a little blocked at the moment, so perhaps we can discover, as Lester has suggested, some alternate pathways down here.
I mean, the great readers are working on this, and not to denigrate at all the mighty intellects involved in this crew, but they might be a little more qualified, and really the only reason I want to get in the keep is so I can get to my club. I don't think we need to be dealing with solving this at all. We just need to survive in this area and apparently not wake up that precious child. And if we can find a way into the keep, wonderful. But I don't see that this is our problem to solve.
I mean, also though, if they're the top, but the base of them are a bunch of wizards who don't even think the first thing to do is detect magic when one of them disappears.
That was like 3 levels ago.
I really, they may be intelligent, and as a person who was old and intelligent too, they probably miss a lot of basic things.
It's entirely possible, but I mean, we were that nice elven woman mentioned that the great readers, this has happened. You know, things like this have happened before, and the great readers solved it.
True.
I mean, if someone else is going to solve my problem, by all means, I'll be over here drinking.
Ale.
Ugh. That's why we got to get into Candlekeep.
Sabachthani pulls out the bottle of bourbon that Cthulhu had grabbed before we came downstairs and hands it to Lester.
It's a start.
Can you? So where exactly are we?
So
And how did we access it through?
So the Firefly Cellar is below the House of Rest. It is below the inn tavern combination that are right next to each other. There is a trap door down in the basement of the House of Rest that leads down into the cellar area.
And they don't
So-
know everything that's down here, right? They're
I
still...
mean, there are people who know about it, but it's not a secret so much as it is. There's a lot of weird corners in Candlekeep that very few people know all of them.
So I think we explore down there to see if we can find an entrance into the keep proper.
Where did this switch just happen? Or do you just
sorry.
want to...
I want to get into my club.
Oh, okay.
But House of Rest is in the Candlekeep.
It is in Candlekeep, but so he had found out through Tidwell that the door to Club Scepter was basically locked off.
Like the library itself, because the inn is like a separate building.
Yeah.
Well, so from what you understand from what's going on, you felt the force field basically that was around Candlekeep itself, which you were able to get through by having your amulets that say you belong here, you should come in, which is how you got in, even though there was no one at the gate. And then you know that all like interdimensional travel isn't really a thing much in Candlekeep, but if you're not leaving the keep.
I think the point of confusion is we're under the House of Rest, which is
Yes.
a separate building from where the main library is
Correct.
housed, which is a separate building from where the wizards' quarters that have the entrance to Club Scepter are housed. So we are under not the building that gets us into, say, the restricted section or our private mansion.
Yes.
But Sleep Storms is happening across all Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Even
Outside, yeah.
Above ground.
above ground.
Yeah, so everything that is above ground is susceptible, and as far as you know, that might include within the library proper itself. Because if you remember, there's the Court of Air, and then the House of Rest, the Towers of Pedagogy. Do you remember that?
Pedagogy,
Right?
yeah.
The towers, the like outbuildings where people stay and get things repaired and buy things and stuff like that, and then the library itself off to the side.
Behind closed doors.
Behind us.
And a
Some
wall.
very severe closed doors.
But if we can find a subterranean means of access, then A, that'll help everyone because it'll be a means for them to travel back and forth. And B, it'll get me to make juleps.
Well, also, there is that thing of, like, if there is a subterranean passageways, why haven't they been using it?
Because the people are not very bright here.
They've probably forgotten more about this place than they know about it. I mean, how old? This place is quite old.
Yeah, it does not seem.
But also, it's like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
It does not seem, like you said, that many people currently here are aware of the subterranean areas of Candlekeep and possible passageways. And seems like many of us have been interested in getting into some sections that are less allowed. And I would be interested in possibly finding some paths while everyone else is distracted.
So
I like it.
in my hole in the wall, it's up against the wall that goes into the main library section that's not the Court of Air. So we would just need to tunnel underneath it, and hopefully the giant wall wouldn't collapse on us.
How about we start by discovering if there's existing passageways before we...
Tunnel?
Yeah,
Tunnel.
you would be responsible for doing the actual tunneling.
Not a chance. Not a snowball's chance in Saba's mother's plane.
Is it a Cessna?
Yeah, I'm convinced that maybe this isn't our problem to solve, and perhaps we take advantage of some distractions among the great readers.
I like this. This is a good angle. Yeah, let's maybe we rest now, and tonight when everyone's resting, we check out down below.
Yeah.
See what we can find in that those bottom areas.
I think that's good.
Is the cat girl getting closer?
Yeah.
Or did she run off to warn the rest?
Give me a perception check.
24.
I wondered if that's what you were rolling for.
Yep.
21.
Percentiles.
Yeah, 21.
Wrong game.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of you. Sorry, what did you roll, Thomas?
16.
Oh, I couldn't care less.
I figured. Yeah, no. This woman is peeking out from around a bookshelf, sees all of you looking in her direction, and is gone.
Sleep. Kidding.
Sabachthani is just gonna point and message into her head. I wouldn't be going and spreading rumors if I were you. You know what they say about snitches.
Jeez.
Is she able to respond?
With message, yes.
She'll reply back, pretty sure Varnier's a lot stronger than you lot. Gone.
Excuse me, I need to go make a call.
I'm gonna cast rope trick and go hide.
I'm gonna go to the
wait.
room and go to sleep because we're meeting tonight.
So yeah, I cast a spell. This rope goes up to the ceiling and then kind of loops up there, and I'm like, and I start climbing up, and I climb. up
Adelasator grabs you, Lee.
I'm climbing. Is this an athletics check?
This is an opposed athletics check, I think.
So what's the good die?
Who do I second inspiration for? I don't know.
Eee.
The chaos, it's too good.
7.
Either way, this is hilarious.
11.
All your
You
hot
both
dog
have
needs.
+0 athletics. Even I have a +1 athletics.
Hey.
So yeah,
Lee,
I've
you and I need to talk.
already. You want to come up to my room? No, okay, that didn't come out right. I mean, it's a safe space.
All of a sudden, you would have no idea what to do. He would eat you alive.
Okay, but I go first.
Do you have any power tools up there?
Yeah, Odila will climb the rope.
okay.
I am flabbergasted. He went up there a boy, he's coming down either dead or a man.
Possibly both.
Yeah. What do I see when I climb? What do I see when I climb up?
So
the rope?
Man cave.
there's actually a little window that opens up, and you climb up into a space that can hold. It's a pretty large space.
Is it like posters and stuff?
No, it's just pretty basic.
Just the goddess Mistra and pin up pose.
Book.
Let me actually see if there's anything
Mr. on the
special.
hood of a chariot.
I don't think there's very special.
I think I feel like it's kind of like
Yeah.
the inside of a tiny hut.
Yeah, it's a 3 foot
Like
by
it.
5 foot. Oh, that's a window. Yeah, I mean it's a tiny hut, so it's a big space.
Yeah.
It's a tiny hut, so it's a big space.
I mean, for Dewey.
Relative for Dewey, yeah.
It can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures.
Yeah, so it's essentially this big.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Inside has a window that kind of basically you kind of just go through, but you can see through. It's 3 foot by 5 foot, looking down, and Dewey kind of comes up. There's not a bed or anything up. There's some pillows and
Beanbag chair.
Beanbag.
basically. He
looking
pulls the
at
rope up behind him.
That big spool.
I'm
is a
glad
table.
you prioritize having the lava lamp. Dewey.
Actually, it helps with my arcane sigils.
Okay. Dewey, I'll be straight with you. You've made no secret of the fact that you were trying to get into the restricted section.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to come up with a brand new spell to be able to do that.
Well, I will let you know that you and I have the same goal here, and perhaps when we're tunneling underground, if one or the other of us find an access to that, we can just let each other know. We'll let the moreovers go to their mint juleps, but I think that should be our goal.
I actually don't need. Well, wait, no, I do want to go back there. I want to go back there and cast Detect Magic because I don't think anybody's done that yet.
And this would be the perfect time to try to get into the restricted section with the great readers having their
Distracted.
hands full with whatever's going on up there.
I'm still really upset that I didn't know about this place.
Do you know, have you ever heard about building bridges and getting over it?
I had no idea Adela was a guidance counselor. She's like this close to handing you a pamphlet. Your body's changing, dude.
No. We dealt with that 2 weeks ago.
I don't think we need to let the rest of the team know that, but let's just be on the lookout and that'll be our goal.
I did let Wuya know because he's helping me with the spell to be able to do this. So here's my plan.
You did also let me know.
Okay, apparently everybody knows.
No, I know that everyone knows that in general you're trying to get into the restricted section. Maybe for this next bit of the journey, we don't necessarily need to let everyone know, especially those who are more talkative in our group, know that we will be heading that direction.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about the cat woman that?
Well, it sounded like Mrs. Moreover is trying to take care of that herself, and I have a lot of faith in her to be able to do that.
Okay. Okay. I think
Please leave my hut.
So, and I don't think I should have to say this, but let's stop talking about murdering creatures.
I mean, that was the impression that I got from the words that were spoken from those people. They really seemed to just indicate that Kenku was responsible for everything happening outside. It is the impression that I got.
Okay, I think you were the only person who got that impression.
Okay. Anyway, we should stay up here though to see if that Varnier person comes back and kills our compatriots.
Okay, yeah, I'm not staying up here any longer than I need to.
I'll
She's
be
gonna
up here
open
for
the
55 minutes.
Smells like Febreze.
No,
No,
it
just
smells like axe.
There is an axe in the corner.
Are you baby Ted?
This one's called Fireball.
God.
Sabachthani very casually, after the tobacco, has just been very casually strolling in a direct line after wherever Cthulhu's heading.
Okay.
Very casual about it in her, massive platform heels and her perfectly coiffed hair.
Yeah. Yeah, Cthulhu has darted back up the stairs. You catch the last bit of her tail and the flick of her ears as she's coming up the stairs.
Oh wait,
so
no, she's
gone
going
at that
down
one?
because we were
we were on the top
we were
level.
talking upstairs.
Okay. And she doesn't have all that far to go. She's running across, running. So it's a big balcony.
Right.
She's running around to the other side of where Varnier is.
Yeah. Very casual, very direct, just following.
I'm going downstairs to go to bed.
Okay.
I'm hiding in this rope.
For the next 55 minutes.
Yep.
How about you, Wuya?
I think I'll just do a preliminary exploring. Just see if there's anything that would get us towards that area.
Okay. So we'll start with Sabachthani. We will start with Sabachthani then. Oh, I'm sorry. Adila, where are you going from here?
She's gonna take a book, pretend to be reading where she was, and also just wait to hear back from Sabachthani.
Okay.
With that.
So Sabachthani, you follow Cthulhu around, and you see her like half up the ladder, talking to Varnir, very rapid fire speech. And Varnir just looking down at her, leaning an elbow on the shelf next to her, and just nodding. She's not saying anything, just nodding and listening to what's being said. And then she just chuckles quietly.
Sabachthani's in no rush and is happy to let Cthulhu report back everything before she gets there. So I'll just get to the base of the ladder, not too close or anything, just and find a nice place where I can lean up against a post or the back of the chair or something, and just wait for that conversation to finish. Very obviously there.
Yeah.
Use my thaumaturgy to light up the flame flicker in the back of my eyes just a little bit.
Cthulhu just looks down at you, and then looks up at Varnir, and just goes, "You sure you want them to stay here?"
Oh, nobody wants us to stay here, sugar. They just don't have much of an option right now.
And Varnir just looks at you and sighs. "So your companions are planning to go exploring?"
That does seem to be the impression.
Well, I have been at Candlekeep a very long time. I have explored a great deal, and as far as I am aware, there aren't any of those sorts of tunnels, especially not into the more dangerous areas.
Excellent. That means that chaos will be relatively contained, though I can't see anything for Master Ebda's wrath when they inevitably wake up his daughter, whether intentionally or accidentally.
This time does make strange bedfellows, does it not, Mrs. Moreover?
Oh, I've never met a strange bedfellow.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Cthulhu, their children, well, two of them are children.
One of them's a child.
One of them acts like a child.
Well, if that's the case, then we're all children. Listen, Ms. Cthulhu, I understand that we can be kind of a lot, so if there's something I can do to set your mind at ease about our being here, I'd be more than happy to do so. I hear you're from the Misty Forest. Perhaps you could tell me about where you come from, and I could regale you stories of my homeland.
Let me tell you about hell.
Her ears are flat on her head as she looks down at you. Maybe don't start with threats.
Well, then what am I supposed to start with, sugar? You didn't seem like the type who wanted my other specialty. I'll sort of run my fingers through my hair. The horns reveal a little, but everything just shifts just a little, slightly. It's hard to even say what it is. It's just that subtle, there's a change.
Mm-hmm. She just looks at you. Her eyes just narrow. Just, You city people, you're all the same, aren't you? And
So I've been told.
And she grabs the ladder, slides down it in that way of someone who's much more accustomed to trees than ladders. Comes sliding down, looks at you, her ears, if possible, pinned back even further, and her fur is definitely floofy around the tail. And she just looks at you and then stalks away.
Ms. Varnir, Ms? Mix?
Whichever.
Age. I understand how it is.
I've lived long enough to know that whatever you choose to call me, as long as it is not late to dinner.
Of course. I do apologize for disruption to your little ecosystem here, and if there is anything that I can do to help set things to right, I'd be happy to do my best, with the caveat that my attempts to keep my party in reign will inevitably be met with only more chaos.
Well, from what I have heard from talking to the great readers, they're very close to finding an answer. So at the outside, it shouldn't be more than another 2 days or so. At the absolute outside. Yes, they're very close. They've pinned down where it seems to have started in front of the chapel, and they were chatting. Your friend, he mentioned something about Gordo.
Yes, the funny little god fellow. They seem to take a particular liking to pestering him, from what I've gathered from conversation.
I have to remember names. This is terrible.
Oh no.
It's the worst. I did talk to Silvira as you requested. She is delighted to hear that you have returned. And she has informed me that Gordo has been very helpful in helping keep things pinned down and discover a little bit more about the nature of when he first became aware of sleep storms.
Delightful. That is excellent to hear. I don't suppose she shared any of that with you.
She mentioned something about a teenage boy and a young man. A boy. Teenage boy, younger boy.
Yes. I know exactly who she's talking about, unfortunately.
I suspect I do as well.
Well.
So let's try to keep the chaos as contained as possible for the next couple of days. We can all ride through this. I can get back to my renovations and only having to really worry about Crinkle.
Yes. I don't suppose there's anything that we could do, I could do, to perhaps persuade Crinkle to just sit tight for a little longer. I don't know that my particular skill set is one that she responds to.
Well, she is a little bit of the magpie persuasion.
Oh, something shiny?
You are shiny.
Since you did ask, she collects baubles and shinies and pretty things. So,
Well,
it doesn't have to be valuable. It just has to be pretty.
well, lucky for you, pretty happens to be one of my specialties.
So it would seem, my dear.
Well, if there's any further difficulties, please don't hesitate to let us know, and we'll see if we can rectify things before they get too out of hand.
Hopefully, things will go back to a more normal, contained state of chaos that Candlekeep was always operating under.
Excellent. Again, my apologies, and if you speak to Silvira again, do give her my well wishes.
I will certainly do so. I think I'm about done for the day.
Well, perhaps we should all retire then. Any book recommendations? I'm in a bit of a reading mood.
Oh, well, and you see just the librarian light up. Well, what sort of books do you like?
Oh, I'm particularly fond of anything having to do with other worlds or planes beyond this. If you've got any recommendations.
Yeah.
Also, a certain penchant for elven history has bitten me recently.
Elven history, any particular area? And she actually gives you another once-over, and you see a look of realization cross her face.
Well, speaking to Cthulhu about the Misty Forest, dawned on me that I haven't really done much reading about the history of that region, and I'm very remiss in that. So if you happen to have any reading lists to recommend.
I very well may. You, if I may be so bold, you appear to be of the Moonkin?
Yes. I'm afraid I've spent a lot of time working and haven't really delved into my ancestry, but no time like the present, especially when you have all the time in the world.
Mm-hmm. And looking her over, you would guess, knowing what you do about she's a sun elf.
Mm-hmm.
So, similar but different. also another high elf. So, she actually leans and pushes the
spins the ladder
sliding
off.
rail. Yeah. The sliding ladder slides down along the way, and she's murmuring to herself in Elvish, very rapid fire, and then plucks out a good-sized tome.
Excellent.
And comes down the ladder and hands it to you. This might be a little bit older than you're looking for, but it is a relatively complete history of the Misty Forest up until about 150 years ago.
Oh, well, that seems like as good a place to start as any. I know it might seem surprising, but I am a very quick study.
Well, you'll get on well here then.
Well, in that case, I shall cease to bother you. I imagine you may want to get a little trance in yourself before the night is over.
Getting some rest before handling all the rest of this would be quite nice.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go have a drink and a little read. Feel free to call if you need. You'll know which room is ours. It's the one that everyone's upset at because it's making all the noise. And Sabachthani will, with a, hip and a sway, stalk down to the second level and set up with her book. Probably pass by Odila and kind of give Odila like a wink as she passes. Mm-hmm. Just the acknowledgement wink. I will go sit myself down out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And Varnier walks by a little bit later. You see for the first time, she hasn't really left like the ladder area. She's walking with a cane. She doesn't seem to need it, but she does have a cane that she uses kind of as an affectation, you would think. But it looks very comfortable in her hand and very old and well worn.
Sorry, what's the tabaxi's name again?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Odila, Sabachthani, and Lester. If you're interested at all, if you're looking at Varnier as she passes.
I think I went downstairs, actually. I think I went to... I thought we were going to, like, wake up when everybody was asleep, so I'm trying to...
I don't know anymore what everyone's planning at this point.
Odila is definitely... She's pretending to read, but she's really keeping them. So she would see... But did Cthulhu pass by again, too?
Cthulhu passed by a while ago. Her ears are still flat, her tail is bushy, and she's stalking downstairs to where she sleeps. Which is sharing a room with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. That's why I was wondering.
But she does like shoot you a look out of the corner of her eye, and then just muttering to herself in a language that sounds like a groaning tree and rocks cracking together.
Yeah, Odila will let her blow off steam before she attempts to speak to her roomie. But when Varnier, is it Varnier?
Varnier.
Varnier, yeah. If she comes into the area, Odila is definitely observing.
Yeah, she's walking through. She moves a little bit slower than you might expect, just because she is older. She's almost 700 years old. She's definitely starting to show her age.
Okay.
And she's walking with a walking cane. Can the two of you make me perception checks, please?
And I will say too that Sabachthani's doing much the same that Odila is doing. Open the book, but I'm not fully reading.
I figured.
My passive is 16.
Okay.
I think I'm also using passive on this one. Passive 15.
Okay. With your particular backgrounds, you can tell that this is the kind of walking cane that older nobility tend to use.
Is this the room that the rope trick was cast in, or is that somewhere else?
It's the same room, but on Varnier would pass by where Odila is, which is not far from where you are. Way above.
No. I'm looking at arcane
lava
formulas, like totally distracted. I'm like, locate object.
But Varnier does retire for the evening. Her room is down in the level below, and you hear the door close.
Are you went down to the second level?
I was gonna make my way down to the second level.
Okay.
Kind of look around. You can all come out now.
Yeah, Odila probably would follow Sabachthani.
Sure.
Yeah.
So 55 minutes later, I cast invisibility.
54 minutes later.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, 11 minutes before.
No, invisibility is an hour. So I cast invisibility, drop out, wind the rope up, and head down to the bed. Just to the bedroom.
Just going straight to bed?
Yep.
All right.
And I'm gonna do more arcane research
We
now.
could have let the kids share the big bed.
I
Can
mean,
we make perception to see if we heard footsteps when he went down to the second level?
I would be stealthy.
dang. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you are stealthy.
I'm gonna make it.
I got to use my passive of 16.
Well, he doesn't. Well, I mean, you get
you have
advantage,
advantage.
but
Do I?
Yeah, because
yeah,
you're
you're
invisible.
invisible.
Oh yeah. So, dirty 20 and a natural 1.
Well,
Ha! All right, you got the dirty 20.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
I
my
did not crit,
passive.
so.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are very quiet as you're sneaking past the two ladies.
I mean, they saw the rope come down.
Yes.
The rope get wound up and
Well, but
disappear.
we went down to the second level.
about 30 seconds after he passes, the scent of the body spreads.
Oh, Dilla, did you? You didn't get too close to Dewey's, that spray thing of his, did you? Is that you?
Do I smell?
This one's called inflict scent.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, if there was a scent in there, it would have latched onto us.
I have also been to Comic Cons with people who don't know how to bathe.
That
Yeah.
was the first time that
has-
Dewey's ever been in there.
Who has prestidigitation? Oh. Wait, that's the first time you've gone in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
This
only
one's
fresh,
called
too.
corpse touch.
Sabachthani will, I'm not getting, like, Sabachthani will quietly say, as she kind of settles down, like, you can all come out now, or whatever, and is going to kind of cast a glance around for Wuya, but is not necessarily expecting him to pop out of whatever he's doing, so.
Yeah, I would have gone. Because I did hear
Barnier.
Ebder say talking about collecting shiny things. I
No,
would have.
that was Barnier.
Or Varnier.
Yeah, that was in our conversation.
Previous conversation,
Yeah,
I heard
Ebder's
shiny
saying, yeah.
things.
Oh, yes, he did
Oh,
mention
yes.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
That
It's been a whole week, and it's been a long week.
no, it's all good. But like that Crinkle, I wrote it down, didn't I?
Yeah,
No, I
Crinkle.
Crinkle.
didn't. Great. Let's write down Crinkle.
It's with a K because it's fantasy.
Oh yeah, it's fantasy.
Oh, Mr.
Crinkle, I would attempt to look for her. I wouldn't try and spook her or anything, but just like approach her in a very genial, casual manner.
I just got to sleep.
It's true.
Because I feel like since no one has found a passage, they're not looking, and I feel like she would be the one person who would know.
Okay. So you go downstairs where you believe that she is, and most of the doors downstairs are open. There's a room that is as far. There are two rooms that are as far apart as is physically possible in this small space that both have doors closed. From context, you can guess that one of them has the little girl behind it. And
Probably the furthest one has Crinkle.
well, they are equidistant from each other.
Oh, are they like on? Is it like a T section?
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Let's see. Do I have anything that can aid in this? Probably not.
Shatter.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Locate
That would
object.
be the second worst use of shatter in QNC history.
Only the second. That's
Yes.
kind of impressive, actually.
You drop shatter onto your companions. Yes.
Oh, I've only ever had it dropped onto friendlies in my games.
I guess we'll go with the left door,
Okay.
and it won't be like a, hey, what's up? It'll be like a.
So you try that doorknob and it's locked.
Go to the right one.
Also locked.
Shit. Just gonna throw a lock trap in there and no, kidding.
Daddy, I'm a.
Oh no, I killed the child.
I have to pee.
I mean, we have this. We have
have this
this
thing called
guiding light. Honestly, I think we should just be like,
to find
no,
a bird.
No, I think. Well, unless if you kill the bird, I'm on board.
Well, I'm not asking Thomas, but does anyone second me
I'm
not?
fine with you
Well,
using
I mean,
that to
because
find
we
the
could
bird.
use that to be like, hey, how do we stop the sleep storms?
Or we could,
No, you asked for
Yeah,
in
I
the
would
direction
say-
of your stated goal.
I
So
would-
Wait, so is our goal not to stop the sleep
I would
storms?
find we say, where is there an entrance to Candlekeep?
It's gonna take us to the main entrance, y'all.
An underground entrance to Candlekeep.
You're in Candlekeep.
We're in Candle.
Yeah.
To the library.
I'm sorry, can I just look at the wording of it? specifically?
brief glow in the direction of your stated goal.
I mean, the problem is it's not like a line. It's just like this way.
Yeah, it's in that direction.
Which was the challenging thing
and-
when you used it in the Shadowfell, because it was like, it's that direction, maybe a week. Not
Right.
sure.
But it does tell you the approximate distance away.
Yeah. Estimate on
We
how
know
far
it.
away.
I mean, given how many cards we have to use in the next
see
2
it.
weeks, I'm not opposed to
Yeah.
you using it. I just want to know what specifically you're gonna ask for as your
Which
stated goal.
door is Crinkle in?
I was gonna say I also want to know which deity answers you, but that's just on a personal level. I want to know which deity.
Let's just use it.
wants
Let's use
to
it.
help.
Okay.
And
The bird god.
So. So.
Which door is Crinkle in?
behind.
He will like look around and look at the two doors and be like, oh, jeez. I don't believe in you.
Good start.
An atheist in Faerun. Okay.
But if you know which door the Kenku Crinkle's in, that'd be great. Well, actually, I can't say I don't believe in you. You just really don't do shit.
Is this the
So
same?
show me that you do shit.
Is this the same hallway where I'm at?
Yeah, but I think he went down before you
Yeah,
did because this
I
was
went-
immediately, and you come down like an hour later.
So yeah, prove to me that you do shit.
I mean,
The card
They
requires
do.
a stated goal.
now you just want them to do what you
Prove
want
to
them
me
do.
that you do shit is the stated goal.
It leads you to the god, the bird
I
god's
am
bathroom.
okay. Look at this. I'm trying to role play. Okay, if you want me to say, prove to me that you can do shit by pointing to me which door Crinkle is in, I will give you that, sir.
I think you got to use the first article of that.
He did
and
technically say, please.
Show me
he
where
stated,
Crinkle
show me
is.
which
That
door
was
Crinkle's
his-
behind
yep.
first.
Then he berated the gods.
You know.
Just remember, sometimes it doesn't matter if you believe in the gods. It just matters if they believe in you.
treat this card like a
That's like
wish
a
spell.
Christmas
Smite him
movie.
down.
Again, it depends on which god answers.
So
Exactly.
there is
Very
a
common.
very long pause, and you can almost feel a roulette wheel spinning.
Oh, it's Tamora.
Red 30.
And then a dark silver light briefly illuminates the door on the left.
Waking up the bird.
And you hear in your head just the softest chuckle.
More than they did on Earth. And he'll go to that door. Just do a light but not tentative knock.
There's a very perturbed cough from behind the door. Which I will not be attempting to imitate because bird sounds are not my thing.
At which point I'll make sure that Iris is out as well. And I will just enough to audibly say through the door, but not in a, again, trying to be as gentle as possible. Hi, Crinkle. I'm a new person here and I just want to say hello, and they said you like shiny things and I have I found this really cool shiny thing.
Okay. There's a long pause from behind the door, and you think you can almost hear gears turning in someone's head for a moment. And then the door opens just the tiniest crack, and you see this glittering bird eye peeking out. Shiny?
Shiny thing. And I will reach into my pocket and I will pull out the Charm of Heroism that I have not used.
Okay.
And I'll just hold it out there, holding it by that purple ribbon, and just be like, "Hi, I just wanted to say hi. Would you like the shiny?"
No one gives things for free. What do you want?
Oh, hi. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, that is kind of true, but Also, I just want to say and get to know you. I heard that you're a Kenku who speaks.
Yes. The featherless ones don't take you seriously unless you talk like they do, so I taught myself.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. I've learned a couple languages, and learning languages is pretty hard.
She looks you up and down. You're a hatchling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I do like languages, and I think it's a good way for people to communicate.
Talk. Everyone wants to talk. I just want to be left alone.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the offer. But if it comes at the price of having to talk to people, I am very tired. And closes the door.
Oh, okay, well, you don't have to talk, but if you want it, I'm just seeing if you know that if there's any tunnels that go further into Candlekeep.
There's a pause. And then she opens the door. Bobble for information. Is that the trade?
Mm-hmm. No need for talking.
No, my fireflies would have found it a very long time ago. There is no way in and out of here except that trapdoor.
Insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
Oof.
That
That's
bird checks out.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that was information, so here
I'm
you
gonna
go.
write that one down.
And she reaches out and takes it.
Thank you.
And when she does, a little bit of her arm comes into a light that you can see down here, because it's very dark in her room. But there's little globes of fireflies along the hallway, but her arm comes out into an area that you can see. She does not look like she takes very good care of herself. You know how like birds have that molty look?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Okay. Well, we don't always have to talk, but if you want to just like hang out and read books or I don't know. That doesn't have to be talking.
Excuse me. Well, you got your information. Good evening. Click.
Good night. I will go to my room.
All right. And about 50 minutes later, Dewey comes downstairs.
The door opens.
The
Invisible.
door opens, and the covers come undone. And then the covers go back up with the lump in the middle. Just... Night, well, yeah.
Good night. I cast light on his pillow.
Great, now we're gonna have light storms.
As long as they're quiet.
Actual light?
Yeah, like light on the pillow. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Extinguish.
Sleep.
Wait, I forget. What was
Hold
our
on.
plan?
There isn't
What?
one.
There is
You and I
no
had
light.
said we were gonna get up when everybody went to bed and look for a tunnel down in the.
Are they
We had said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're actually casting sleep?
that's what I.
All right.
But we all said that when we were
I
together,
believe
right?
it's 5d8s.
I mean, we said a lot.
At
of
level
things.
1, yeah.
Okay.
I use counter spell.
14,
I use counter spell.
24, 31
Oh, nice.
points of sleep. Is that under your...
I just wanted to say a little.
And then I will hopefully also go to sleep by the time he wakes up.
50 seconds later. Fuck you. Back to sleep.
And on that, we're going to go to break. We'll be back in about five to 8 minutes thereabouts. Thank you all so
Wow.
much for joining us so far. We'll see what happens going forward. So we'll be back in just a bit.
As a DM, you spend hours preparing your adventures while your players bring them to life. It's time to reward your great players with great inspiration. The Deck of Inspiration takes the 5e Inspiration rules mechanic and adds dramatic, game-changing boons to your campaign. Turn a regular hit into a critical. Bull rush through your enemies without provoking attacks. Use your reaction to smack a wizard's hands and interrupt their spell. These and many more are part of the Deck of Inspiration. Each deck contains 55 cards designed for 4 different level ranges: 1 through 4, 5 through 9, 10 through 15, and the epic level deck 16 to 20. Back this Kickstarter today to bring some inspiration to your game. Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that Tavern Upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, but in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the Deck of Inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our Tavern Upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Swords and Sages, which is the game that we are playing.
Oh, we're not playing Ragged on other streams?
You know, as much as I'm sure we could get internet notoriety that way.
We've got like 1.5 swords and maybe a quarter of a sage, so we're struggling.
I got a lot of thoughts about the welcome in.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going for our friends now. I see how it is.
I will trash talk Torpid Network all day.
Well, yes, that's because
They can't
you know
even
them.
stop me.
Those are the 2 streams I know.
Fair enough. Before we jump back into things, it's going to be 500 bits from Tomoko Tora for Tiana's Spit Take. Good luck.
Oh.
Whenever it may have happened.
Whenever.
Never.
I almost got it before stream, and that was the mistake.
Nope.
Okay.
I give up. Right, so when we left off, the characters have diffused some situations down in the Firefly cellar, made some friends, made some enemies, and have now gone they're starting to trickle their way toward bed. Ouya and Dewey are rooming together. Odella is rooming with a tabaxi druid named Cthulhu.
Trust her.
And then, of course, the Moreovers are rooming in the other room. Ouya spoke briefly to Crinkle, who is not the greatest at talking to people. But at least you didn't start screaming, so we're going to count this one
Better
as a
than
win.
advertised.
We're going to count this one as a win.
I used my doctor voice.
He came in with the shinies. That was the thing. And we ended with Ouya telling Dewey to go fuck himself.
You know, normal Monday night.
You know, like you do.
That is what this spray is called.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you
may
know.
be invisible, but what comes out will not be.
I think,
What?
wow.
Once it leaves your person, it
I
is
guess,
no
yeah.
longer invisible.
Everyone immediately was like, now I have to think about the mechanics. I guess that's why you drop invisibility if you're injured, because
Wow.
the blood
'Cause
just
you're
starts
bleeding.
gushing.
That makes
So,
sense.
okay.
And that's why, you know, the rope was visible and it became invisible when it came into his possession again.
You said it.
I will refrain until Tiana has a mouthful of liquid from making my
Yeah.
comment.
Ooh.
To save it.
Wait
Well,
for
I
the
guess
after show after dark.
I guess I'm not drinking any more water tonight. So when I topple over from dehydration, you know who to blame.
Always.
Right.
You were trying to get us
You're trying to get us back on track.
Yeah, no, I think Odella will have returned to her room, and Cthulhu's there, and she'll just give a nod. It seems we've gotten off on the wrong foot, and you probably don't trust me just as much as I don't trust you, so I'm gonna let you have this room. And she's like gathering up her pillow and
She
blanket.
sort of like rolls over and looks at you. Well, I thought you were fine.
But she was wary of the whole group, though.
She was wary of, well, you've been sharing a room with her for the last 2 days.
No, I thought.
Oh, no,
we
you're right.
Just,
No,
we
Yeah,
just
it's-
became
things
roommates.
got shifted around, but
Yeah.
she was like, you were fine. And then these idiots all showed up. And now I question your judgment hanging out with these people.
Different.
Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily think I have the brain space to work through this, so why don't I just find different lodgings for tonight, and we'll see in the future if we can be bunk buddies again. And
I don't
I'll
like
leave you
who
to your
are
pace.
when you're with your friends.
So she's gonna leave the room with her pillow and blanket and kind of look that. She's gonna look at the 2 doors
The lady or the tiger.
and think so carefully which of the 2 doors, and just like with a long sigh, know that she needs to bunk with the 2 boys, but she'll give a knock at the moreovers. Like, she'll first listen, make sure.
Sabathani's not in there. Sabathani's
right.
still reading.
She's gonna give a knock at the door.
Ooh, I actually heard it. Les wears like a ridiculous like a night before Christmas, like sleep gown, but it's like red
hat.
satin
Okay,
with the
yeah.
hat and all this
Oh,
stuff.
thank goodness you're wearing something. And just quietly she'll say, so if we are going to try to go on our journey tonight, just to let you know, I'm going to be bunking with the boys, and don't knock on the room I was in before. We don't need our tabaxi friends tipping others off.
I understand. I'll get a couple more hours of sleep, and then, dark of the night, I'll see if Saba wants to come along.
And she'll just give a nod. And she will go to the boys' room. One last listen. Okay.
Fuck you!
You.
You know what?
A
Sure.
light is-
Yeah, you do hear the fuck you from
Yeah, there's a light
A
under
light
the-
shining under the door that goes out.
She's gonna think very. She's gonna consider. She's gonna consider the hallway. No, it's not gonna do well because she'll get caught if she's not in the hallway. Then she'll just.
I will tell you this from your forays upstairs. There are several very comfortable chairs up there.
I think she's concerned about falling asleep somewhere in public and then people noticing she's gone, and not necessarily having an alibi of where she was.
Okay, fair enough.
afterwards. So.
Does casting sleep count as an attack?
No, because it's not there's no attack roll, and there's no saving throw.
Okay, so
Why?
Adilla is gonna do the knock and open at the same time, just like a parent to a real teenager's room.
So you get in there, you see Wuya and an empty bed with a glowing pillow. But there's.
I thought you turned it
Oh,
off.
no, I turned it off.
Oh,
It said,
okay.
fuck, like, you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Light, turn off, sleep, fuck you. Hey, boys!
But there is enough light that comes in with you from the hallway that you can see Wu Yang, one bed, and you don't see a head on the pillow, but you do see like the lump of a body under them.
It's like, oh, this
Okay.
bed's free.
Go lay down on top of them.
Whatever shenanigans you two are up to, let's just put an end to it now. Long story short, you have a new roommate. We don't want our tabaxi friend knowing that I'm sneaking out if we do attempt to do some exploration tonight. And so I've made up a good excuse of why I'm rooming with you all tonight. I will not make you give up your beds. I do not even want to know what has happened in those beds so far.
I mean, we've only been in here for...
I don't want to know. And she is just going to find a corner, set up her pillow.
I want this to be the rest of the episode.
It might be at this point.
Do you
If I hear noises that I do not want to hear,
I cast sleep.
please remember.
I will say the first time that you cast sleep, you did drop invisibility because the second part is ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw you.
I mean, technically, if you go to sleep, you're unconscious, and that would lose
Okay.
your invisibility anyway.
Well, no,
so-
because if
He didn't go to
he
sleep,
yeah.
puts someone else.
I know, I'm saying, but if he's invisible and he's trying to go to sleep himself.
Fair point. So would you like to cast sleep a second time?
No, I just say it out loud.
That's fair.
Sleep. I'm just kind of sorry.
You were pretending to
very
cast sleep on
fakely.
yourself.
Horribly snoring.
Dude, he doesn't snore.
He's never heard it.
Wait, do you truly cast sleep on yourself? Or you
No,
pretending
That's not a
to?
bad idea.
You-
I can never put myself to sleep. I'll say that.
Okay.
Unless I'm already injured.
So you're trying to...
Oh, I see.
I just say,
Like
I see.
mechanically,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't.
I'll just say sleep and then just try and go to sleep.
But like probably pretty badly acting. Okay, well I'll just say to the ether.
Here are the rules.
I don't want any weird teenage boy business.
Oh my god.
Remember, I have daggers.
Just like I'm trying to sleep. Just let me go to sleep and there won't be any weird stuff.
Until it goes into way too much detail. Here's what I don't want to see.
And Adila, you just start to smell just the faintest hint of lavender, just like rolling through. Just I cast prestidigitation, but that's all. You basically just smell some lavender rolling through.
Okay, that's better than Axe body spray.
But you are able to make yourself a reasonably comfortable sleeping space in one of the corners. I'm genuinely surprised you have not kicked one of the boys out of their bed.
If she had gotten there first, but she really doesn't trust.
Okay, at this point, do remember I am also simultaneously an 8-year-old boy and an 88-year-old man.
It's weird either way.
I need my sleep either way.
I don't want to know either way. Yeah, so she'll
Man.
she'll
Fanfic just writes itself at this point.
You know, you hardly have to you hardly have to aim these days.
She dagger in hand under the pillow falls asleep.
I thought they were supposed to do that.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right, so
I'm going to create a non-magical trinket that ends to the last. Oh wait, it doesn't last for an hour. Darn. I was gonna be like, I make a white noise machine.
I think that would count as a magical. Like that's something that you could probably do as an artifice.
Iris will just
Like,
start
set up the
pecking the
sound.
table next to you.
Yeah, just keep it really consistent. Don't
Oh
stop.
my god.
No, okay, I can't create a white noise machine. So
And everyone gains a level of exhaustion because they won't shut up sniping at each other.
So-
are we basically doing a short rest, essentially? So that way we just.
I mean, I've been sleeping
I
for
was
several
thinking-
hours now. I don't know what you
Well, you
people
said
are
at least a
doing.
couple hours.
Yeah.
So at least
I
we're
was
gonna have a
thinking
short
like
rest.
I'm aiming for like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think a long rest, but definitely a short rest.
Okay.
Based on if you're gonna put 3 or 4 in the morning, you go to bed at about like 8ish.
Well, I mean, I did.
You did. You get a long rest.
Didn't need it.
Oh, I didn't mean to go to bed that early.
Yeah, I thought it was later.
See,
I thought you guys were trying to go to bed at like 6 p.m. so that you could wake up when everybody else
That's
went to
exactly
bed.
what
Yeah.
I did, but
Dewey thought it was midnight.
It feels like it's midnight
Yeah.
because of the
it's actually
pervasive
10 a.m.
twilight.
We have no idea what time it is.
I mean, because Dewey would have come into the room after an hour or so. So
This
it's only
is
an
why
hour
someone
after
party
when.
should always have the keen mind feat, because then you always know what direction things are, what time it is.
Well, Odila would not have gone even down to the bedrooms until it was bedtime.
Okay.
So
So yeah, if you need the effects of a short rest, I don't think you do.
I don't need anything.
Someone casted a level 2 sleep, so I'll get that back.
Sabachthani, how long do you wait before going down to bed yourself?
I don't.
Okay.
I stay up. I'm just gonna sit there reading. Maybe nod off in the chair a little bit over the book, but even if that happens, probably startle herself awake fairly quickly and just keep reading.
All right. The silence of the library settles around you, and it is, even in the circumstances, a strangely comforting silence. There's a fire often a fireplace on one side, providing a low, constant crackling sound. You get the impression that this is maintained magically, because why wouldn't you? And while this is a library that is in severe disrepair, you can feel where the bones of it go deep. There's a lot of knowledge here. There's a lot of power of a kind. Not necessarily magical, but certainly a lot of knowledge. And the night passes uneventfully until, well, things start happening.
I was gonna say, I mean, she's also kind of keeping an eye on the general doors or staircases that she knows other people are behind, because part of the reason why she's doing this is because she wants to see.
Wait, you're upstairs though, right?
I'm on the second level. You guys are all sleeping down on
Right, okay.
third. Yeah. I'm on the second, which is also where Veneer's room is.
Yes, Varner's
Right.
room.
Yeah. So I'm literally positioning myself in the middle so that I can keep an eye on who or what else moves in the night. Partly because I don't trust the rest of my party to not cause shenanigans, and I just want to know when they happen. Not necessarily going to stop them. I just want to know when they happen.
She used to be fun.
Yeah, and then you started talking about children, and man.
So
Yeah, that was the thing that caused problems.
about 4 a.m, I will, I'll get dressed and I'll go and I'll knock on the boys' door. Miss Imelda, are you decent?
And Odella wakes up very easily because she's always on alert. So she'll go to the door. Well, I've never been called decent, but I'm dressed if that's what you mean.
I was waiting for that.
The first time I heard that joke, a young Mae West.
I'm not familiar with.
Oh, she was a burlesque artist. Beholders make amazing burlesque artists.
So do we?
I think we let's take a walk around and
Do you
check out.
also believe that
You did
they're...
wake up.
Of course, it's only been like 3 or 4 hours. I don't know why I keep checking my wrist. I'm just making sure I don't have skin
Is that
cancer.
Fraggles there?
Just want to make sure it hasn't moved or
We're
something.
gonna go try and see if there's a passage into Candlekeep.
And you wake up and... he's still in it, fine. That may or may not be real.
I think we're all
Method
tired.
acting.
I talked with Crinkle just a little bit, and she says that her fireflies haven't found another passage, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one. She just hasn't found it.
I don't particularly perceive fireflies as being either very intelligent or very perceptive.
Yeah.
Have they been searching for pathways down here?
I don't know. I just wanted to make the acquaintance first.
I mean, good on you, because I didn't hear any screaming.
Has Dewey woken up?
I rolled a 1.
Wow.
Oh no,
No.
he is out.
Okay.
Do we want to...
Okay.
Puberty, it really just takes out all the energy out of your body.
I mean, I'm tempted to leave him here, but I know if he wakes up, he's just gonna try to find us, which is probably more trouble. Did you wake up Sparkly?
I'm guessing she's upstairs. She probably can hear everything we're saying.
Well, she never went to bed. Okay, well, I think if we're gonna do this exploration, we all do it together.
You wake up, Dewey. I'll go upstairs and check with Saba.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting my stuff ready. Quick question. I got that bottle of phase spider venom way back in the Shadowfell. How many uses does that have? And does it work exactly like the bite does, and I just have to inject it?
Asking for a friend.
Just curious.
The friend being one James Aaron O, perhaps?
When sleep storms escalate.
And now we enter the mad scientist lab portion of the evening.
Because right now it's a DC 11, does 48 poison damage. DC 11 Constitution. If the poison damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour, even after regaining hit points, and is paralyzed while poisoned this way. Does it work in that same fashion?
You can't ask me these things when we're not on stream.
I was just like looking, it's like, oh wait, I got a bottle of phase spider venom.
Who are you planning to poison exactly?
Someone with low HP that we can paralyze.
You do recall that commoners only have 4 HP.
I know, they won't die.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
If the target
48
the target is stable.
It's not reduced to 0 hit points if you go well beyond the 0 hit points in one attack.
Yeah, if you do the double down, then
If you do
Right.
8 points of damage, you're going to kill a commoner flat out.
You'll be fine. So how many uses does this have?
One.
One. Cool.
It's a perfume bottle. It's not very big.
Copy that. Never know. Get my little needle ready with
We
my
are
med
the
kit.
murder troop.
You know, I didn't think I had murder hobos in the group, but apparently I was incorrect.
It's sacrifice in my case.
I thought he said he was the
So-
doctor.
There's a loud thump from the bed as Dewey rolls out and is like ready to be injected.
What, you think I'm talking to a god right now? Please, no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I was just, yeah. But no, you're good.
Okay, then in that case, I'm still asleep.
Okay.
And then
Dude.
Wuya stands over Dewey's bed.
Yeah, do you want to wake him up or do no? Adilla will wake Dewey up.
Yeah, you'd probably be more
Yeah. Dude,
tactful.
yeah.
Start walking out the door.
You're gonna start walking out the door?
Oh yeah, just like following after Mr. Moreover.
Dewey, it's time for us to start exploration. Remember about our shared goals?
If I go, I won't get a long rest. And
I mean, you can stay here, Dewey, but please don't try to wander off on your own. Maybe just wait for us to get back then. It's your choice.
Or just sleep.
You should have had that mental refresh where you got a spell back.
I want to learn a new. I'm gonna go to sleep, Miss Adela. I hope that's okay. I'm just gonna sleep here. I'll be fine.
That is fine by me, Dewey, but again, do not go seeking us if you wake up and are bored. Just wait for us to get back.
How many days should I wait?
She looks at, she does the kombucha meme, like,
Fair.
yeah.
Like when I wake up in the morning, and after I learn my new
A
spell,
full 24 hours.
24 hours. Got it.
Okay.
I'll stay in bed.
That's just what my parents said.
Traumatized.
We're not back by the morning. Try to make some excuses of where we are. We don't need to
They'll
let
be happy
everyone
we're
know.
gone.
Yeah. But we don't need to let everyone know that we are exploring possible passageways underground.
Okay. If you do find a passageway, maybe send a message. Maybe.
We'll try to do that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Have fun. I'm gonna go to bed. And he just
Alright.
pulls the covers over his head, just trying to
Okay.
go to sleep.
So I guess Odila will definitely sneak out, make sure no one else is about, and try to join them up on the second floor.
Saba?
As soon as Lester hits the top step and whispers, all the fireflies in the room flare briefly, and the fire flickers blue for a second, and she sort of sits up and looks. Lester?
We're gonna do a little reconnaissance around here and see if we can't find some sort of tunnel or entrance into the library proper. You're of course welcome to stay here if you wish. If you want to come with us,
I mean, I'll
you are
trail along.
most perceptive.
I'm a little on edge. That's all.
Well,
I mean, maybe I should just stay here and, send a message if you get in trouble or find anything. I get the impression from Vanilla that there's not much of anything to find.
well, I mean, that could be true, and it could also be just exactly what they want us to. Maybe we find nothing and we go back to sleep. Maybe we find something and see where that takes us. I, for one, have gone far too long without a mint jewel. And poor Tidwell is climbing the walls.
Oh, see, this is why I didn't go down to the bedroom. You know he keeps me awake with that skittering noise that he makes on the ceiling.
It's...
Sabakani will, probably, I don't know, pull a ribbon or something, just off of wherever and use it as a bookmark, close the book and slide it into the bag of holding. Mm-hmm. And we'll just sort of trail along with the group.
Okay.
So on the bottom floor, they're all closed doors.
Yes, right now. Let me just check that one more time, because, So, there's the T intersection, and on one side there's what you know is Crinkle's door, and on the other side, probably Abder's door, though you didn't actually check. There's a hallway that hooks around a little bit, and if you stick your head down there, there's a kitchen.
It's the second floor that's sort of more expansive with the stacks and everything. So I think that's where we look.
Yeah, and I think by now we've probably joined you.
All right.
Dewey, you need to continue to get his beauty rest, so it's just gonna be the four of us for now. So
He probably couldn't get out of bed while you were around.
I don't want to know.
All right. So, if you guys are investigating the middle floor and the top floor, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Everyone who would like to can roll me investigation checks or offer me a roll.
Investigation is where I'm a Viking. I have a 17.
Okay.
Can I get a change of fate?
I want to add. Can I add an inspiration?
I got a 1.
Yeah, add an inspiration.
Oh,
a natural.
You can't. Oh, I guess card is different than.
We've always played it that you can use a card on a crit fail.
Well, then,
You
yeah.
got a 17. What did you get?
I have a 15, but we got inspiration and burn.
Yeah, use the inspiration. I'll second it.
I can get up to a 27 if I can roll well.
Okay, so now I have a dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if it's worth trying to pitch an
I think
alternate roll.
20's fine.
If
we,
You know what? Use the card because there's not a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Our
Yeah.
Patreons have taken care of us. Yes. We gotta use.
Let's not use the die that is the
that
play.
rolled the 1.
So what you're saying is you could get a 27 or you could get an 8.
I want to
Which you
pitch an
currently
alternate roll just for the sake of trying the pitch.
Okay.
Rather than investigating what is here, can I use my insight from my conversations with Vernier and like what I've observed her doing to see if there is like a particular area that seems particularly well tended versus particularly ignored, to try to get a sense of like, is there an area that's being avoided versus an area that's being particularly focused on that maybe would give us a focus?
Okay, sure, go ahead.
You have to pull every single book.
Where's the secret door?
Just so I can possibly get this 23 over a 25. Anyone want me to get an inspiration?
No,
I think
you're high enough.
Yeah.
Are you sure? The Kenku couldn't find it.
That was a 15.
It wasn't
That's
shiny.
super great.
So the people who are doing investigation checks, you spread out along first the middle floor, very carefully leaving alone the door that leads into Vernier's room, because don't think you want to tell her what you're doing.
I bet the passage.
Is there a passage?
Oh my god.
I mean, if you want to, you're certainly welcome to try that.
Does she have an official post within Candlekeep, or is she like just renovation? Like, is she an avowed technically, or?
She's a scribe, was how she introduced herself to us.
She's technically an avowed.
Okay.
Reasonably powerful, though.
Senior avowed.
Well, there aren't really ranks within the avowed.
Let me tell you, I had an ancient elven woman once taught me some tricks. You would not
No.
believe.
She turned tricks. It's
Well, but I mean,
different.
that's where she taught me the tricks. That thing she did with the prostate.
Odilla's like, are you investigating or not?
Never mind.
Dewey is having the nicest dreams. The nicest, cleanest PG dreams.
So the three of you who are
Even
doing
his dreams are boring.
the three of you who are doing the investigation checks, you spread out along the middle floor first, and you're checking all the areas. There are definitely a lot of areas of disrepair down here. It's edging towards being comfortable. It's edging towards being restored. It's definitely being worked on. But you're checking the walls, and I mean, how are you looking for secret tunnels?
Secret tunnels
There we are,
by
thank you.
casting ritually detect magic.
I'm sort of, because I'm not going to move anything.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I'm sort of just
Require
tap, tap,
work.
tap, tap. And I'm not even sure he's sure what it sounds like when it's hollow. He's just like, that sounds the same. That sounds the same.
Well, your investigation was fairly high.
It's true.
So, I mean,
I'm a detective.
over the space of a couple of hours, making your way around the perimeter that you can get to, and climbing up on a couple of things. Are you willing to do the work necessary to get up on top of things?
Yes.
Okay.
I really want to get that. It's now been 2 days.
It's been days.
Yeah.
Starting to detox. It's getting shaky here.
I'm almost sober. I've got the bottle of bourbon thing.
Exactly. So you make your way around the entirety of the second floor over the space of about an hour or so, and you don't hear any differences in the walls. And you do pull on a couple of books to see if anything does a secret tunnel type of thing.
Flowers in the attic. Flowers in the attic. Flowers in the attic.
This entire section.
What the hell's going on here?
So yes, down in the middle floor, you are not seeming to find anything of that ilk. After you ritually cast detect magic, first you see a little glow of light around the doorknob of Varnir's room that you recognize as being an arcane lock.
Lock trap. What? Gotta use these cards. Lock trap.
There actually may be an area that you will want to use it in a bit.
We're gonna have to go find that child.
There is no little girl.
Oh gosh.
No.
Girl. Anyway, after you are done ritually casting detect magic, you're looking around and you're seeing the lock on her door. You're also seeing patchwork more than anything else. You're seeing places where spells have been used to clean the walls. This is an area where someone who is reasonably powerful at magic but doesn't seem to want to use really strong magic has been methodically restoring the place. So you're seeing traces of Varnir's magic pretty much everywhere. You don't really see anything that makes you think of a locked door aside from the one to her room. You do see on the opposite side there is a room with the door closed. But it is not locked if you want to open it and peek inside.
I check it for traps.
Roll me an investigation check.
Man, we're a 10-foot pole away from playing real D&D.
I check it for real traps.
I disbelieve.
I rolled to disbelieve.
Ew. Passive investigation is a 17, but
There's a lock
just
trap.
rolled, it would be a natural.
I
it would
lock
be a
trapped
10.
that door.
Excuse me. You don't see any evidence of traps here. Looking inside, you are familiar with libraries and you're familiar with restoration work to an extent because you've spent some time around massive amounts of books. This is a bindery. This is where some of the more valuable but also damaged books are being brought to be worked on. You can see a small stack of books next to a list. But it looks like a cozy workspace.
Detect magic, nothing's pinging.
Correct. I mean, aside from the light magics that are used for repairing and things like that, it's on the lines of cantrips.
Just so much mending.
Yeah.
So much mending everywhere.
There's some poor alkalite just
Yeah. But what's interesting to you, actually, being someone who uses magic and is very familiar with the mending spell, there's a lot of tools that are at display here. There's bookbinding, leatherworking, wood carving, and painting tools on display here. This is clearly someone whoever is working here, you suspect Varnir, takes pride in actually doing this with her hands, as opposed to letting magic do all of it.
And he looks over it and he'll take. Cursory is too light of a word, but slightly more than cursory. Will look through some of what she's working on. Just take a little bit of some cloth, or he has really poofy sleeves. Just take a small little coin and just cast light on it, and then just use it like a flashlight.
I like that a lot.
Nice.
Okay, so roll me one more investigation check, please.
Come on, don't fuck me now. Good, 21.
Okay, so looking at it, There's a list that you notice next to a stack of 3 books. On the list are 4 titles, which is why I warned you in advance. Festivals and Festivities of Ancient Cormyr, and then a note next to it, replace cover.
Okay.
Living a Dream, 3 Years Among Stone Giants, replace cover.
Wow.
Dream.
Wow.
Not hill giants.
Oh boy.
That's a nightmare.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's living in filth.
Shemshine's Bedtime Rhyme, repair spine.
That's the name of the module.
Halfling Superstitions, rebind.
Interesting.
And looking at the list and then the stack of 3 books, one of them is missing.
Which one?
Can't imagine. Yes,
Living with Stone
Shemshine's
Giants.
I was
Bedtime.
gonna say it's Living with Stone Giants because Lester's like, oh, I haven't tried this before.
I do so enjoy a large-sized creature.
No, it's the Festivities and Festivals and Festivities. Those are the words that I wanted.
Oh no,
because
we've been through that one like
There are-
manual.
Emphasis on the festivities.
there are some Beltane rituals where, yeah, never mind.
That's a Tuesday where I come from.
Fair enough. But yes, Shemshine's Bedtime Rhyme, I'm not saying that again because it is entirely too hard to say, is the one that does appear to be missing.
It's all pointing to the kid, isn't it? God dog it.
Gonna wake that bitch up.
Cthulhu's taught me nothing. It's creepy kids, man.
Noticing that it's not there, I will do the glance around, see if it's just like under papers, if it's put back on the shelf, if it just hasn't been crossed off, see if it's within the room itself.
So sitting next to the list is an open ledger where she has copied in titles of books that have little check marks next to them. You get the impression that she's very meticulous about this. So when she does finish with a book project, she takes it from the small list that she has, copies it over into her ledger, and then puts a check mark next to it.
Like a cob on board.
Like a what?
Oh, very nice.
Doing, completed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an organizational tool. I'm just like, oh wow.
I just have a list that I make every week of what do I think I'm going to get done this week that I can check off and feel good about myself.
Nice.
Wake up and go to bed. It's 2 separate items.
Those help. But I mean, when we were last working a gig, it was work gig Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Come home and check it off every time I got
Like
home.
mine is make list of things to do.
Check off the to-do list. Yeah, I did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing good
Between
there.
waking up and sleeping and making the list, that's 3 things right there.
All before 10 o'clock. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking around in this room, this is the workspace of a very meticulous person. All of the papers are carefully filed. The ledger is very neat, and the fact that there is a missing book strikes you as being very odd in that circumstance.
He's just gonna take one of the papers and move it over an inch before leaving and closing the door.
Oh my god. Poor OCD Varnier.
I will say, Varnier in my head is like Pearl from Steven Universe.
Oh no.
We cut to like Varnier in the morning coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much like that.
And then just quietly close the door.
Odila will see that he's coming out of the room. Anything in there?
There's a book missing.
Okay.
Well, no, it's
I think we're looking for passageways, not
The walls are all solid.
true.
In an entire library, you were able to identify that there was a book missing?
Yeah, no, she's doing rebinding in that room, and it was very, very meticulous. I moved a page and I felt naughty.
I don't want to
She
know.
does
I
seem like
don't
the
want
kind
to
of
know.
person who would find moving pages
We have
very
got
naughty.
to get you out more.
No, it was just very meticulous and very organized, and I just had this strange urge just to move a page an inch just for funsies.
You must have been fascinating in your early 30s.
Okay.
Trust me, it would have been a ruckus time.
Is there anything important in that room? Booyah.
I didn't find anything other than, someone who's very meticulous doesn't have a book that said they would have it there.
So
Is this something you're concerned about?
I mean, all of our... Let's see, book. All of our problems have so far been about books. Just saying, I don't know if it's like the thematic statement of our adventuring
Miss
group.
Rinaldi has
So
a
the-
particular antipathy.
Yeah.
We are in
So
a
you're saying there
library.
should have been a book there and you didn't see a book there?
Is
Oh,
Vanya,
Yola's rushing into to the room, dagger drawn.
is perhaps Vanya reading the book?
Well, no, it's in repair right now. Its spine needs to be redone, and it
Again,
wasn't checked off.
Odila will rush into the room. She's expecting to see whatever.
Like some sort of
it
book
mimics?
snake?
No. Were they what was
Oh,
it?
right. the
Giga
monsters.
What's-It.
Giga
Yeah,
What's-It.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she's
Yeah,
expecting
That's a
to see.
callback.
That's quite the callback. Well done. You look in and you see what he saw. A very meticulously well organized room. The sort of place that when you were entering places without the owner's knowledge would be like, I should not touch this room. Someone will know I was here.
Is there enough light? Is there light in that room?
There's a firefly ball that's in one of the corners.
Okay. She's like looking for any hidden quarter where a Giga What's-It can be.
This, in comparison to the kind of chaos of the rest of the area, this place is Spartan.
Okay. She will look, see the list of books. Poke.
Give each one a little stab. Now they need to be repaired further.
Yeah.
I moved this page. Don't you see how naughty it is?
Really got to get you out more.
Yeah, I know.
She just wants to make sure nothing's happening.
Nothing is happening at this point.
Dewey would find that so funny.
Why? So the book that is missing is a children's rhyme book. Mm-hmm. And we've got the, I personally felt like that Ebda fellow's reaction initially was a little aggressive. And, when he said his daughter hasn't been sleeping well, have you seen this daughter in the time you were here?
Yes, you have.
Oh, I have?
Yep. She's quite the cheerful little thing. She does seem like she's fairly tired, but for all of that, she has a lot of energy now. She might be a holy terror when she actually gets some proper sleep.
Yes, I've seen.
So you've seen the girl?
Yes. She's edging on just as annoying as the children in our company.
That is a very good assessment, because one of her main things, she's like a 3-year-old who will follow you around asking you questions. She wants to know about everything that you're doing.
We've also had to watch the latest animated entertainment 100 times in a row since being here.
You just gotta let it go sometimes.
I am only concerned about a missing book if it ends up being not quite a book, which we do have experience with.
It's true.
I think so far every time a book has gone missing from its proper place, it has caused us problems. Sometimes we were the ones who removed it from that place where it was supposed to be. Still caused problems. So I do also concur with this assessment.
Well,
I would want to ask Varnier, but then we'd have to explain why we were in that room.
I'm sure I could come up with an excuse. We seem to have developed, if not rapport, at least an understanding.
I'm guessing, given the way this room looks, they're gonna know.
If y'all give me an hour, I've already got an hour into locate object. I could finish.
Well, maybe while you do that, we'll check the top floor.
Yeah.
And you finish that spell, and
Yep.
we'll go from there.
You have to have reasonable familiarity with the object.
Yeah,
it's a
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Describe or name an object that is,
That is
familiar
that's
to
It's
you.
familiar to you. The rest of that sentence
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
Can we find another?
Trust me, Elspeth really wanted
Could
to
we
use
find
that.
another copy of that book? Maybe.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain
Like
kind
a
of
book?
apparel, jewelry, furniture,
Right
tool,
there!
or weapon. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close, within 30 feet, at least once.
Okay.
Have I ever heard of Shemshine's Bedtime Rhymes? Is this a book that I ever would have come
Love
across?
children's books, do you?
Is it,
Last week.
I mean, is this a book that I ever would have come across in any of my previous studies? I know this is a long shot, but
Very much no.
Okay.
In your kindergarten teaching.
In eloquence studies.
Only you sit down right now or I will kill you
I
all.
went to finishing school. Poetry is a very large part of that.
That's very true, and it's not a bad thought, but like throwing your mind to it, it's like you would remember a weird title like
Yeah,
Shemshine.
that's a very
Okay.
stupid name for a
That's
book.
not poetry, my
Let's-
love. That's doggerel.
Let's be on the lookout for a living book, just in case. But let's also recognize that Shim Shams and Bed Knobs and Bedposts sounds like a kid's book, and perhaps our friend, what's his name? Edner?
Ebda.
Ebder?
Ebder.
Yeah, okay. Maybe Ebder borrowed it for his little precocious child.
Maybe his little precocious child borrowed it on her own.
It complicates the names when we're saying them in accents.
I mean, if someone's taking it from this room, it would have to be for a particular reason.
Well, and Vanya
The
would know.
curiosity of a child?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Or to help subdue a child. It sounds like a children's book.
But-
I'm not.
Don't you think that would bother Vanya?
If she's had a chance to notice.
I don't know if she uses this room every single day. She has so much
Looking
to
at
do
her
around
ledger, does she partake in this activity daily, or is it?
There's usually a period of time, usually in about, I mean, you don't know this, but you've seen her go into this room, usually around in the afternoon. It's not some place that people bother her while she's there, so you weren't necessarily aware of what was going on in there, but she does go in there every afternoon at around the same time.
Okay. So we can assume that she was in there this afternoon.
Yeah, before you guys arrived.
Okay.
Well,
So
before
I'll
you
relay
arrived.
that information. So she either did take it from this room or someone else did after her afternoon session.
Well, we've only got a little bit of time before people start getting up for real, so maybe let's check the top floor, see if we can find any passage, and if we don't, then
We'll start rummaging through everybody's stuff once they're up and in other parts of the building.
or perhaps we ask some questions about this book.
Ooh, that could give us an excuse to hunt around in broad daylight. Okay.
I'm 8 years old. I like bedtime rhymes.
There you go.
Let's finish our search. If we don't find anything, we'll think of an excuse while we went into that room and noticed the book's missing and offer our services to hunt it down as an opportunity to do some more searches, not
I like
in
it.
the dead of night.
And for you, Sabachthani, with your insight check previously, you also saw that this large area is in progress.
Sure.
You can tell which bookshelves she's been working on, primarily because there's flower pots on top of the ones that she's
Got
been
it.
working on, with the plants that bloom in darkness.
Right.
So, but
We call those lichen.
there's a methodicalness. That's not a word.
Yeah, it is. You just used it in a sentence.
Language. It's all made up.
Literally how the English language works. If you can use it in a sentence and I understand what you meant.
Exactly. There's methodicalness too, which like there's a pattern.
Yeah.
It looks like she's getting pretty close to being done with the half of the room that's closest to the bindery.
Great. You all go check upstairs. I'm just gonna poke around and see how much method there is to this madness and if there is perhaps a children's section that might provide us any clues.
Sounds good.
Good.
All right. So you three are going to go upstairs and do investigation checks?
I'm gonna join Sabachthani.
Okay.
Lester and I will go upstairs then.
All right. So the two of you give me investigation checks and use as you go upstairs, please.
19.
Your turn.
Less than that. Oh, and I have a passive, so my passive is 13.
Okay. You're not quite as methodical in tapping all.
I'm getting
of the...
very bored with tapping walls.
You're getting bored. I imagine you're getting a bit tired. It's the
Sounds the same.
between the two of you though, you do make the circle of this upper floor within an hour.
Okay.
And again, you don't find any evidence of a secret tunnel. The only thing that you can see that leads in and out is the hatch.
Okay.
And you two are checking the bookshelves to see if there's like a children's section.
Basically.
You don't really need to make a roll for that. Varnir is very methodical. And once you like look around and get a sense for it, and you, with your insight check previously, you know enough about her at this point to get a sense for how she might lay something out.
I think Sebastian got the feeling of like, if she just looks at her, be like, yeah, and this is history, and this is specifically history of magic, and it looks like this is some sort of geographical thing, whatever. So just kind of seeing what the layout is, and if there is a section that seems to be either poetry books, children's books, something that looks like this is where the book would belong.
Yeah, there is a bookshelf that has been restored that looks like it holds children's books, and you do see that there's like a block of wood pressed into one spot and only one spot that's holding open a slot that looks. Looking at it, if this is for Shemshine's bedtime rhyme, it's a good-sized book. It's like about this thick. For the podcast and listeners, it's about 5 to 6 inches thick.
We'll definitely look at Wuya and then do that very classic, like, full arm extension, one fingernail on top, and, like, tilt it like it's gonna open the secret passageway, and it's just like...
A block of wood tips forward.
And the book sliding down.
I don't think she would slide it forward far enough that it would actually fall out, would you?
No, just the tilt. Well, looks like we're looking for a pretty hefty set of bedtime stories.
And you just look over at Wuya, who's in the beanbag chair. I haven't signed one of these in a while.
Did it come down from Dewey's...
Go to bed if you're tired.
I'm not tired, but okay, legitimately, when was the last time you had the body that could fit in a beanbag chair, and then you're just like...
Did it have to be mine?
Polymorph parties. I've told you about them. They're fantastic.
Shh, Mr. Moreover, we're trying to be sneaky. Don't yell from upstairs.
His hearing is remarkably good.
I know.
That was very close. Well done.
The key is to say it without making eye contact.
Because then I know she's trying.
Well, I'm going to guess that this book is not to be found in one of these common areas. It's either been deliberately concealed somewhere or just been removed by veneer. So I think our best bet is, as Ms. Analdi said, to poke around or ask in the morning when everyone is awake.
Rate the child's room. Got it.
Please do try not to get yourself too violently injured. I recognize that we're both doctors of a sort, but let's just say that my healing prowess is not progressing in the way that I had hoped.
Oh, don't worry. I can just take a needle and heal myself up.
And phase spider myself.
Yes, make sure you don't mix up those syringes.
Shh. Oh, crap. They're both the same color.
Why does the adrenaline look like the poison?
And then we're part of the Marvel Universe. Yeah! Get that Disney money!
So speaking of that, we have a raid from Knights of Silvermoon. So thank you for the raid. And because of that, let's do a giveaway.
Speedy giveaway.
Of a playtest deck. Can you hold it? So we have this deck of inspiration that is launching on Kickstarter
Hand out my camera.
tomorrow. at
Made by
8
this
a.m.
guy.
You look like you're shoving your hand into him.
Made by this guy.
Anyway, we're launching that tomorrow, but you can win a playtest version of the deck today. Enter hashtag chaos into the chat for a chance to win.
Yes, he is always this much of a gremlin for the newcomers. I forget this sometimes, to my detriment.
At which point it's like, okay, I think we're done here.
No, you got yourself into this mess. You can get yourself out of it.
Wait,
Son.
Mrs. Moreover, can you help me up? It's really
Fully
deep one.
Fully-
It's a really deep one.
Just waves her hand and all like a ripple goes through the fireflies, like a little ripple of light. She just walks away.
Fine. At which point Wuya just like slinks down from the beanbag chair and just kind of does like the full roll out, and then gets up.
How long were you in there?
Hours. Days.
It's been 35 seconds. I haven't even finished the thaumaturgy.
You won't understand, Mr. Moreover. When you're trapped in a beanbag like that, it is.
He would understand. His sciatica does that to him all the time.
I was once trapped in a silver dragon's cloaca.
Oh my god. I don't want to know.
It didn't go well for either of us.
I can't decide if I should go wake Dewey up. So I'm thinking hear this, or if I should just let him have the peace and
Okay.
missiles.
So,
But I think I got the better of it.
Sabachthani is gonna go down to the boys' room, close the door behind her, and crawl into Wuya's bed and go to sleep. She's so done.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Surprise!
At some
Do
point.
you put your hands underneath the pillow?
Yeah, probably. I think she's a side
Oh
sleeper.
no!
Side sleeper? Yeah, when you do that, you just feel something kind of soft touch your hand, and then when you like lift the pillow up, you just see some flower petals underneath.
She will look at that, put the pillow back down, glance up. I do apologize for the disruption. And will kind of readjust with her hand not under the pillow.
Should we get some coffee?
Oh, geez. Last time I had coffee was many months ago when I was like 88.
Well, we'll see. It'll probably go right through you now.
Yeah. Oh, geez, yeah.
There's probably some bacon down in the kitchen, too.
We haven't given you bacon bits in a bit, haven't we? That's true.
All right, well, let's go.
You want some bacon, Miss Odila?
No, but if you're going to the kitchen, I'll use the opportunity to look around the kitchen.
And I mean, I have some bourbon for the coffee.
Then I will take a bourbon coffee, light on the coffee.
Correct answer.
More like a coffee bourbon.
Yeah, like the Bodge party.
Yeah.
The party Bodge.
So you're starting to move into proper morning. Dewey, you get a long rest.
Awesome, and I learned locate object.
Well done.
If only we knew what that damn book looked like.
And you wake up and Sabachthani
Yeah.
is asleep in the other bed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Miss Sabachthani, is that Mrs. Moreover? Is that you? Is that Mr. Moreover? Or is that Wuya? Because it really could be any one of you.
He's not wrong. First word.
Her eyes blink open and just goes, I don't know, do you want to find out? And then she will wink at you.
Does it help?
We'll sleep on 3. 1, 2.
Just eyes flash with fire.
Okay. I knew it.
I'm sure you did, sweetheart.
He's gonna get dressed. He's I gotta study it a little bit. So pulls open his books.
I'll be
Okay.
quiet.
Okay, book. Let's figure this stuff out.
I will also pull out my book.
5 minutes later, I'm gonna hit long rest.
Yeah, so you get a long rest. You got a long rest because you went to bed early and then were woken up. I don't think you three did.
Absolutely not.
So I would like the three of you to roll me constitution checks, please.
I wish this would
Maybe I should
work.
have leveled up my constitution.
It's supposed to.
We have inspiration here.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Well, I got a dirty 20.
We'll inspire that.
Cool.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah, that was the weirdest catch I've ever done.
13.
Okay.
7.
We got it. We got more inspiration.
I'll take it.
All right. You two are fine. You've suffered a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
And you were just barely fine. You definitely feel the weight of the not sleeping all that much pulling on
The
you.
coffee.
Yeah, we'll get that. But
Yeah,
you know, also
we
the
had
beanbag. Very helpful. Mm-hmm. Kind of. I wanted to sleep.
And honestly,
Odila-
Odila has done many late nights
Yeah.
before. This is not the first time, and it won't be the last. So, I mean, she's tired, certainly, but
And she did want to search the kitchens while he was making the bourbon coffee and bacon.
If
okay.
a stone giant ever offers you a beanbag chair, do not sit in under any circumstances.
Why?
Because they have a very different idea of what a beanbag. It's a large sack of rocks. And I mean a very large sack of rocks.
You could drop them on an entire party and they'd probably die.
And they want that's what they sit in. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Odila refills her coffee with more bourbon.
So going into the kitchen, it's an interesting space because it's generally really immaculate, but there's one like corner that's kind of a little rundown, and there is a skillet that smells of bacon sitting to the side of an oven.
Is this the kitchen down below, or is this the kitchen up
There's
there?
only one kitchen that's down below.
Okay.
Not the kitchen for the tavern.
No,
Okay.
this is the kitchen for.
So-
okay. I see what you're saying. This is the kitchen for the Firefly Cellar, not
Okay.
Yeah.
Kitchen for the
And
House of Rest.
Odila is specifically doing the same investigation she was in the other rooms to see if there's hidden passageways.
Coming in here, there is a door that leads back around into the hallway, but it's that's the only entrance and exit that you're able to find aside from the one that you came in.
Okay.
Kind of a weird loot. This place is set out weird. So, but you know, it seems to be very well contained, and from what you've seen so far, there aren't any passages in or out.
Okay.
Tidwell will have breakfast ready in a moment.
Oh, Tidwell, are you okay? You're kind of looking a little twitchy.
It's not the optimal service, sir, young master.
Oh. Young master, that's funny. Thank you.
Of course, young master.
Does he say that to everybody?
Well, only the young ones.
Oh, cool.
And Tidwell is definitely like fumbling around a little bit with the oven because opening it, there's never been a fire in this oven as far as you can tell. There is, however, a coil of metal that is coiled in the bottom and goes from one end to the other. And he kind of like looks at it for a moment and is examining the whole thing, and then he finds a little switch on the side and experimentally flicks it on, and the metal begins to heat up.
Electric.
The temperature control is exquisite.
Because Booyah's never seen anything like this, can I make an Arcana check just to see what's feeding the heating element?
Sure. You're probably familiar with this, but yes.
It's a heat metal spell. Oh, 19
Calcifer
plus
starts yelling
7.
at us. We're in a totally different genre again.
burn!
Just give me your eggs. Eggshells. Yeah, 26.
With that 26, you see that this is a very interestingly set up bit of magic where when that switch is flipped, a permanent heat metal spell is turned on.
Interesting.
You see, young master, this dial increases or decreases the heat,
Wow.
allowing one to precisely control.
Why the hell do we cook over fire still?
I am
Why doesn't
wondering the
anyone,
same
like,
thing.
you know, market this shit? And, like, make a lot of money off of it?
You get more exquisite control with fire.
It's probably very expensive as well.
True. What if we found
More
an
bourbon in the cup.
artificer?
Is that bacon? Oh, hey
Is that what the smell is? All I'm getting
Oh.
is some sort of teenage boy's body spray.
I
I
don't
think that's
even
on
know
you,
what
Miss
you're-
Moreover.
Sounds like you had quite a night.
I mean, not for lack of trying.
Are we all in the kitchen now?
Yeah, I'll say.
Dewey's grabbing bacon out of the pan. Oh, this is
Whoa,
so
whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa, whoa! That has a lot of grease
I
on
know,
it.
my hand's on fire right now. It's like burning. It's really hot.
Are you really 17?
I've never seen this before.
It's bacon. You had it in your birthday sandwich.
Wow.
No, I mean, I've never seen the heat metal thing
You
before.
all always this loud and I just haven't noticed before?
Okay, so now that we're gathered, are we gonna get it?
Now that we're gathered here today.
How did it
Are we-
go?
Well,
Okay.
there's a book missing.
So it's probably stalking us to try to kill us based on our track record.
There's a children's book.
Wait, it's a. You went looking for passages and there's a book missing?
Okay, we
Yes.
did not find any passages. I don't know if there's anywhere else to look, but if there is, perhaps having this goal of helping find a missing book will give us access to more of the rooms we haven't been in. I mean, we haven't been in Crinkle's room, we haven't been in Ebner's room, Ebder's room,
Actually,
or Varna's.
we
Varna's.
never actually looked in our room if
Or
there's a
Gilby.
secret passageway.
As you're talking about this, you hear a door down the hall a little way slam open as little feet come running in your direction.
That sounds like a child.
I would know what the child's name is. What is it?
Her name is
Gail.
Gailby. Thank you.
Gilby.
Galeby?
Gailby.
I'm gonna go.
Gilby.
Rusty.
Like Gale with a B?
Yep.
I'm sorry to do this.
Gail B.Y.
Sorry to do this, Rusty, but distract the child. let her pet you.
So do you send the fox out?
Yep.
So he goes darting out, and you hear the puppy.
Oh, Galeby's awake.
I wonder if she gets 6 hit points.
And from out in the hall, you hear the very happy noises of an 8-year-old, and she's humming something to herself that turns into little words as she's petting him. See your mother scything wheat, and this sounds like nonsense. Dog roll.
Okay. Dog roll?
Dog roll.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds like a
A
nursery
dog
rhyme.
roll?
No, dog roll
Dog
is
roll,
like bad
right?
poetry.
Bad poetry.
Thank you.
That's all I know. I know that as poetry.
Does it sound like it is a language, or does it just sound like made up nonsense words, like would happen in like a counting rhyme or something?
So
Given that I speak a lot of languages.
Sure.
So.
It sounds more like she's trying to sing something that she's heard but doesn't know the words to.
Got it.
Like there's a very definite tune to it, but it pops in with words every now and again.
Like if I was trying to learn a song in French or German by ear, not speaking one of those languages.
no, because it is in common. What she's
Okay.
singing is words in common.
But it's okay. But it's like she doesn't totally. She's heard it somewhere, picked it
Yeah.
up somewhere, but she doesn't actually know.
she's
what
heard it
is.
maybe
Okay.
once or twice. You would think based on because it comes in every once in a while. Have a name, da 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 da.
I'll peek my head out. So she's a 3-year-old?
She's 8.
8-year-old.
Oh, 8-year-old.
She's 8 who acts a little bit younger.
Love, exciting.
Sounds like she has not
Okay.
been properly socialized, living in a basement with her father and an angry Kenku.
Pops the head out. Oh, hi.
Oh my gosh! You're my age!
I think I'm a little older.
How old are you?
I'm 8.
Me too!
Whoa!
Yeah!
8 in how many months?
8 and 3 months.
No way.
Yeah?
7,000 months.
Oh, I'm 8 in only 2 months.
Oh, I'm a little bit older than you. That's okay.
That's okay. You've met Rusty?
Is he your friend?
He's,
He's all of our friends.
Well,
look, I'm friends with a teenager.
You have a teeny. He has cooties.
I do totally have cooties, so you should totally stay away from me.
does.
I
Are you
heard
friends with a teenager? They smell weird.
you smell weird. Like, you can smell that too, right?
It's the worst.
The thing is, though, he's like Rusty's best friend.
God,
so-
you're gonna make me switch out one of my offensive spells for prestidigitation.
Sabachthani will mending you to get rid of the axe.
To mend your feelings.
It is much longer than a 1-inch tear.
That was
Yeah,
that was
I
for
can't do
you.
anything for you emotionally,
Yeah.
but I can fix your haircut and fix your cologne.
When
No,
Zoe's
you were
emo
humming.
phase starts.
Oh, jeez, no, please, no.
You were humming. I heard you. I was in the kitchen. We're making bacon, but I heard.
That's what I smelled. You're making. Crinkle always makes the bacon. She might get mad, but she makes the really good bacon.
Oh, I bet. I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah, but I was just wondering. You were singing like a little bit of a song there, and it sounded really cool.
Yeah. Crinkle was singing it earlier. I don't know the words. I have to ask her. But the tune's really cool.
Okay. Wait, you talk with Crinkle?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. She's a bit prickly. She and my dad, they don't really get on, but she seems to like me. Okay. She calls me fledgling.
Fledgling. She called me a hatchling.
Oh, she knew you're younger.
Know it. She has a very good sense for that, I guess.
Apparently so.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm Wuya.
Hi, Wuya. I'm Galeby.
Hi, Galeby. Okay, well, let's just go through this really quick. This is...
Dewey, I'm Dewey. Hi. That's Rusty.
Hi.
Rusty's my friend.
Hi,
my friend.
I don't know what happened there. I almost got one of her other
Wow,
accents.
Southern puberty kicks in.
Yeehaw!
Most people's voices don't change regions.
I mean, when you're hanging, all the adults you're hanging around all have the same accent.
Well, I mean, this is what's gonna happen from now on. It just came on. I've hit puberty now. Oh my goodness.
Jesus, I know.
These foghorn leghorn.
How about we have a whiskey, Mr. Moreover?
You are not old enough to be drinking whiskey, son.
We should not be starting no filibusters.
Oh, nope, we are not
no.
going down the route of Mitch McTortle. We left him behind.
This is all happening in the hallway.
Yeah.
So we're still in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, come this way, come this way. This is Dewey, and this is Mrs. Moore.
Sabachthani fully just probably like almost steps over you guys and just like doesn't even give Gelby enough time to like look at her, just like books it out of
That's
the room.
Mrs. Moreover. She's leaving. This is Mr. Moreover. They're married, and this is Odila. She's like a vodka aunt. I don't know what that means.
I've been here before. Good morning, Galeby. How did you sleep?
Really okay, actually. Pretty good. Hi, you're Odila?
Well, I would have met her before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That brain.
Yeah.
I'm tired too.
Yeah.
Hi, Odila. How you doing?
You know.
Find anything good yesterday?
Did I find anything good?
in the library.
She knows that you sometimes like look around in things and disappear into dark corners. Because mostly I'm sure to avoid the very curious child.
What you doing?
Nothing too interesting. Have you been finding anything good down here, Galeby?
I've been working on stuff.
Well, that sounds
Got a lot
suspicious.
going on, do you?
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Okay.
Oh, your parents must be so upset.
Well, the refrigerator's here whenever it is ready.
Speaking of which, as pointed out by Seth, there is a giant beetle cooking breakfast.
What's that?
Oh my god.
This is my manservant Tidwell.
You have so many animals.
I beg your pardon.
He's
Tidwell.
a beetle.
Tidwell is an imp.
An imp. Aren't
He
those
is
really bad?
Well, I mean, Tidwell is a gentleman's gentleman.
So is he bad?
No. Tidwell is everything that is right.
Oh,
He, he brings me my outfits. He makes sure that I am well taken care of.
does he make good bacon?
You may judge for yourself, young madam. And
Yes, Dewey's like, my mouth, it's burned.
Carefully blows on it and then sticks it in her mouth. Okay, you can't tell Crinkle I said this.
which one is Crinkle?
The bird lady.
Oh, okay.
Pinky swear?
What is that?
You hook your pinky through mine, and if you break the promise, I break your pinky.
Ooh.
Why would I do that?
That's the only way I tell you things.
All right. I will pinky swear.
And she hooks her
I'm assuming
finger.
this is not a binding contract.
And this child is actually a devil.
She hooks her finger through yours, leans up and whispers, "His bacon's better than Miss Crinkle's."
Oh, well, I certainly won't let her know that, because I gather she'll scream.
She does get really noisy when she and Varnier get into it. She doesn't like that Miss Varnier is changing things and moving things around. She says that everything has had its place for the last 20 years, and why are you moving it? And Varnier says, well, that's been its place for the last 20 years, but it's not the right place for it, so we put it in the right place.
And in fairness, it seems to me that the place from 20 years ago was mainly rubble.
Uh-huh.
And so Varnier is actually putting things in a place as opposed to leaving them laying around
And
everywhere.
hearing this, Odila is getting suspicious of Crinkle, that maybe Crinkle does know of secret passageways, and that's why Crinkle is upset that things are being moved around.
Okay.
So she's gonna lock that.
Tuck that thought away.
Yeah, and definitely be interested in investigating Crinkle and Crinkle's room
All right.
more.
Well, yeah, you're right. It does look cleaner. It does look better since Miss Varnier has been working down here. But Crinkle gets really upset. So it's hard, you know?
It always is. Living together is always a challenge.
Adults.
Right.
Well, children. So what do you do? What sort of art do you make?
Oh, I draw.
Oh, your parents. What, let me see one of your drawings.
I don't know. You might not like it. It's
Edgy?
Daddy says they're kind of scary.
I tell you what, if you show me one of your drawings, I will show you something about me that's scary.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck no.
Really?
Oh yeah. I will. Is a thumb swear better than a pinky swear?
No. Pinky swear is the only real finger swear.
Oh, obviously.
You could do a blood swear until two daggers.
Now that is a binding contract, and I will not be a part of it.
Ooh, they're sharp.
I will
Sorry,
pinky swear
indeed.
you. If you show me your art, I will show you something I guarantee you have never seen before.
Okay, I'll show you one. Okay.
You can choose which one.
And she darts back into her room, and you hear the sleepy voice of a man grumbling as the door opens, slam shut. And then a moment later, it opens, slam shut again. As she comes out carrying a good-sized piece of parchment that has very bright red drawings on it. And this one, she's right. It is unsettling to look at it. Looking at it, it seems to be, it's a childish drawing, right? But looking at it and gauging from other childish drawings that you've seen, it looks like she's depicting a farmhouse of some variety. Like you can see the barn with the carefully drawn doors and a cow off in the corner. And in the foreground, there's a woman and a man. And the man is on the ground and his leg is somewhere else. And there's red all over the ground near him.
What's the
And
expression of the lady?
horrified.
Okay.
Well, this is very lifelike.
Thank you. I've been working very hard on it.
Now, what was your inspiration for this piece?
Oh, it just came to me.
You just had a vision of dismembered people at a farm?
Uh-huh.
What do you call it?
Take his foot, then his ear.
I look at the guy's head. Is his ear gone?
His ear is gone.
Wow. Well, who took it?
She did. Not on purpose. You see the scythe in her hand?
Yeah.
She didn't mean to.
So she accidentally cut off this man's leg and then accidentally cut off his ear.
Uh-huh.
Sabachthani reappears in the doorway for a refill of bourbon just in time to hear that and just kind of stops and looks at what's happening.
Now, the first time could be an accident. But the second time?
Yeah,
Yeah, she didn't mean to.
she didn't mean to.
Well, that is tragic.
She loves him. She didn't want to hurt him. But
Thus
she
the
did.
scythe.
You getting these pictures in your dreams, Galeby?
Yeah, actually, now that you say that.
Perhaps that is contributing to your trouble sleeping, as your father has told us.
But I can't help it. They show up.
Does the iconography just like strike me as anything at all?
That is a very broad one, friend.
At all? Like, does it take
Pointillist.
Does it? Yes. What's the art style? Is it just pointillist? Is it cubism? Is it?
It's a real
Scream
Modrian action going on here.
But no. Does it hit anything in the old brain cells of depictions of anything?
Make me an intelligence check, just quickly.
Woo. 24.
You remember the little snatch of tune she was singing before you saw her? Mm-hmm. The line was, "See a mother scything wheat."
Is this her son?
It's her husband.
Her husband.
I
Looking-
have been there.
Seeing the drawing, or see a mother. Wait, one more time.
See a mother,
scything
scything.
wheat.
See a mother scything wheat. Is there any children in there? In the drawing?
Not that you can see.
What's the next line in that story?
Da da da, sleeping near.
Lose.
And then she
Loss of feet.
accidentally cuts off his ear after his
Well, that
leg.
doesn't scan at all.
Wow.
Galeby, how long have you been having these dreams?
Couple days.
Since
So
the
during the
sleep
sleep
storms
storm is-
happened.
No, the sleep storms happened a few days before, because that was when that's when Miss Cthulhu came in. That was
Did you read something scary before you started having these dreams, Galeby?
Did you
Anyone
say?
tell you any scary stories
no.
before having?
You just heard Crinkle singing these tunes, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How
It's
long?
a very cheerful song.
How long has Crinkle been singing them?
Couple days.
Well, what a coincidence.
Coincidence.
That's a 9-year-old word. You learn it next time.
Coinkydinks is what we say.
Coinky dinks. Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
How old are you?
Older than that.
Well,
Galeby, did you get enough bacon this morning?
No.
Okay.
Tidwell can take care of that,
Well,
but I gotta finish. I've gotta complete our bargain here.
Yeah. Show me something scary.
All right, but it's just between you and me, so we've got to go step outside.
Please remember this is an 8-year-old girl.
I beg your pardon.
Okay.
He's like, you've never seen Dewey's innards.
And I'll step outside and I'll just pull down my collar.
Are those? What is that?
What is that indeed?
Are they bugs? How do you have bugs in you? I thought you had to be dead to have bugs in you.
Well, that is one of life's little mysteries, isn't it?
That's so cool.
Adele's gonna hand Galeby a plate full of bacon. Galeby, why don't you be a dear and take this to your father and have a nice little breakfast in bed with the two of you.
Okay. And she turns and runs, door slams open and slams shut behind her. She has left the picture behind, though. And on that, we're going to end for tonight because we have gone over and most of us are falling asleep at the table.
Sleep storm.
I mean, they're everywhere. Haven't you heard?
So, now that they have started properly getting into the module,
We did it!
Yay!
Yay!
Welcome to the module, everyone. When we even managed to wait for Odilla before it properly happened.
I'm gonna be so upset if Billy's right and we should have killed the bird.
So
Here I am.
thank
I'm
you
just
all.
like, keep it alive.
Thank you all so much for watching. We certainly appreciate all of you wonderful people who've been spending time with us during the pandemic and now as things are starting to ease up a little bit. Hospitalizations aren't going up. Give us a follow here on Twitch. Check us out over on youtube.com/questschaos and give us a subscription over there and a review on the podcast app of your choice. What are you doing?
Detective Inspiration launches tomorrow at 8 a.m.
You have to let me get through the spiel, my friend.
Sorry.
He's just so excited. Premature inspiration, y'all.
I also have to keep reminding myself to wake up before 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Well done.
I'm not gonna.
Like
We'll have to spit
6 is when I'll wake
got
up.
time.
That's what I get.
Plenty of time. So, speaking of things happening tomorrow, Chaos Agents Campaign 2 is beginning tomorrow, January 25th. We're going to be...
Is that any good?
I am not ready. When did this happen?
And you know, a taste of a teaser, you can download the podcast now and get just a little hint of what is to come.
a 10-minute hint, even.
First one's free.
After that, it'll cost you. But we will be starting at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So come and meet the new characters of the Chaos Agents and our new, our newest addition to the Chaos Agents, which I'm very excited about. And then the following day, the Redacted Reports drops a new podcast episode beginning the third arc of the third season. So check that out on your podcast provider of choice. And Saturday, we're off. Holy hell. Frost Maiden is done.
I'm going out to dinner.
God.
Yeah. Well done on finishing Frost Maiden.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyable finale. I enjoyed it very much. So thank you so much for that wonderful romp through the last 8 hours of fighting our
Let's be real, last 6.5 hours with an hour break because my family was like, let's change the router right now.
But you can still catch on Twitch for at least the next 5 days or so some very fun interstitial conversation that we had about D&D, about Frostbite module and all that sort of stuff. If you wanna catch that, which is sort of a taste of the kind of fun bonus content our patrons get on Patreon with our After Dark.
Ah, she's better at this than I am.
I'm very good at shilling. It's one of my only skills.
I should just set her loose on all of this. But yes, assuming people are awake enough, we're gonna go into an After Dark.
Yeah.
That is exclusive to patrons for about 6 months, and then that playlist gets released to everyone else.
In a
while we start a
flood.
new one. Yeah.
Yeah, in a flood, I was like,
Turn off your notifications.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much again, and we will see you next week for them to go properly into Shemshine's bedtime rhyme.